Welcome out, gamers and gamettes, to this thrilling conclusion of the RGL Season 12 Highlander season. As we are in the bracket reset match of invite playoffs with somebody helped, the number 3 seed, having pulled off the upset against first seeded 4500 last week in the first rendition of the grand final. So here we are on a Sunday night, that's pretty weird, running it back at you guys again with the same teams, and this time it's for all the glory. Winner will take home first place. Loser goes home. No more resets, no more lower bracket. It all comes down to this. I am Alto, joined by Zag to my side. Dolphin behind the camera, as always. Zag, for the last time this season, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic on this Sunday night. Got done with a nice day of work, and now I'm ready to sit down at the computer and cast for a couple hours, maybe even until the next day. But that'd just be boring old Monday Highlander at that point.
Yeah, Tuesday Highlander is one thing. I want to point out too that it is a Sunday, right? And when the teams told me they were playing on Sunday, I'm like, perfect. I don't have to get home from work and then cast. And Zag goes, damn it, I now have to cast after I work. So we're on opposite
Someone's not gonna be
schedules here.
happy. Same thing in
Yeah,
the server
exactly.
too. One of these teams not going to be going home happy. Like you said, winner takes all. Only the winning team here tonight will be the first place invite season 12 champions with the prize pool and the medal that goes along with it. Loser going to be taking second place for the season. A disappointing result considering how far we've gone.
Yeah, and looks like the two teams are finishing up a pregame right now, so we've got a little time to talk about it. And I do want to talk about something that Zag and I have found very interesting since this was done as early as, I want to say, Tuesday last week. It is the map pick ban. So we haven't had a lot of bracket resets in Highlander, so maybe you're not aware, but when a bracket reset happens, the team that won, coming up from the lower bracket, swaps places and turns into the upper seed. This means that coming into this week, Somebody Help was the upper seed and had the freedom to do pick bans as the upper seed. However, in a choice that is almost never exercised, they chose to come in as, I believe it's Team A. I'm not sure which one, Team A or Team B, but effectively they chose to be the lower seed in map pick bans again, meaning that they would get 2 map bans and only 1 map pick. So it's functionally the same as it was last week, which, and I talked with Timeless about this. Zag and I discussed it a bit on our own. Timeless listed that the reason why Somebody Help elected to do this was because they do not feel confident in beating 4500 on a Koth map. They feel that whatever one gets chosen, be it Product, Lakeside, or Ashville, they are not going to win it, and they would rather get that map out of the way, go into their map second with the knowledge that they need to win it, and then carry that momentum into the third match. Now, I think this on its own is not the worst decision to make. However, it comes at the choice of giving up that third map pick in the pick ban.
Yeah, and what we were discussing is that the way the pick ban shook out, we're not actually having duplicate maps today. 2 maps are different. The pick ban's on your screen now. Somebody help switch up their Asheville to Lakeside ban, map they lost last week. 4500 stay with the Swiftwater ban. We're into Asheville first, as expected, the Koth map on map 1, okay? So somebody help not expecting to win that. They then run back their Vigil pick. Vigil last week was a very close affair, 2-1. A couple of rounds could have gone either way. We then run back the product ban that somebody helped did last time in the same spot, and then it's between Upward and Steel once again. Last week, 4500 chose Upward, and they lost 2-0. This week, they said, we don't want to try that again, on to Steel. We saw what Froggyland did to them on Steel in the lower bracket finals. They like their chances better on Steel.
Yeah, completely understandable. And I think Help banning Lakeside, okay, you just played it, 0% chance winning that map versus maybe a 2% on Asheville. Right? It's fine, probably doesn't end up changing anything. 4500 once again banning Swiftwater. Get that out of the way. Somebody Help picking Vigil then over Upward, I think, is an interesting pick because Upward was a 2-0 and arguably not as close as Vigil was. But then again, the product ban coming in, all right, get the Koth out of the way, ensure it's double stopwatch. But had they chosen the upper seed, they would have been able to pick between Steel and then whatever payload map they didn't pick first. And they gave up that right. They gave 4500 the comfort of playing on their preferred third map just so they could get their payload second, which I'll say it right here, I highly disagree with. I think that should they lose 2-0, well, then doesn't end up really coming into play. But should they lose 2-1, I think they're really going to be second guessing about whether or not allowing 4500 to pick Steel it was really the best move.
Yeah, either way, that's the pick ban we have shaken out tonight. If it comes back to bite somebody help in the ass, then, we'll know. They'll know as well. That'll be the end result of the season. But with that said, we're getting ready to get into the server shortly, so we can go ahead and talk about the team's rosters real quick. Running down a new upper seed who chose to be lower seed. Somebody help, we're going to be having Emily on Scout, Sunny on Soldier, American on Pyro, May on Demoman, Caboose on Heavy, Exa on Engineer, Fleeble on Medic, Timeless on Sniper, and Michael Lele back on Spy in place of Evil, who's been subbing.
And over on 4500, it will be Wish on Scout, JJ Slim on Soldier, Johnny on Pyro, Joey Lemons on Demoman, Adam on Heavy, and it couldn't be a grand finals without him showing up. Demento, also known as Jacob, ringing Engineer for 4500, Hyphen on Medic, Nixie on Sniper, and AGB on Spy.
Yeah, and like you said, it wouldn't be grand without Demento. He did roster with 4500, I do believe, if not, because Candy died for the end of the season, so I think he rostered. So he's technically a listed sub. Either way, he hasn't played NG for them before. Will it be much of a downgrade? Probably not. It's Engineer. Jacob knows what he's doing. He knows how to play Highlander. Probably won't affect the match too much. The substitution I'm most interested in is actually Michael Lele being back in place of Evil. Because whenever a player comes back in as the main, right, you think, okay, well, they're the main. They have better synergy with the team. It's probably for the best. Evil's been playing and scrimming with somebody help for the past, like, 2.5 weeks, if he had some scrims at the end of the first week of playoffs.
Yeah.
So at that point, the synergy's not that big of an issue. We saw Evil have really, really high value constantly last week in the match. So whether or not Micah is better than Evil is up for debate. Whether or not he's fresher or not, again, up for debate. But Micah's back in. He's going to have a big impact for somebody help to win this match.
Yeah, definitely. And it really does bear saying, because Evil really did do so much, getting such big kills, excuse me. I was going to say picks or kills. Another player I do want to look at is AGB, just because I'm really remembering those Vigil offenses from AGB, specifically those second pushes, right? The lack of gun saps, the continued attempt to get some really big pick that just failed and led to some really long offense times dragging on. A lot longer than maybe they might have if he had just, kind of took the guaranteed play, went for the gun sap, and put it more in the hands of his own team. So I think the Spies are going to be a really interesting matchup tonight. And again, I really want to look at the Scouts, because we are starting on Ashville, right? It's probably predicted 4500 is going to win this. But we saw somebody help start to kind of come back to life on Lakeside after that first half. They lost the first half 2-0, they lost the second half 2-1, but in that second half, the rounds were a lot closer, and more importantly, we saw Emily starting to gain an advantage over Wish. Really didn't expect this would be happening earlier on, but once that started to happen, it kind of started a snowball that went really for the rest of the match, and even on the payload maps coming afterwards, Emily really did maintain that advantage, and keeping Wish down was one of the key things they needed to do to keep 4500, out of contention. So if she's able to do that again, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, since we're moving into Ashville as our first map, predictions are on the screen for those of you in chat who want to guess. And yeah, like we mentioned at the top of the show when we're talking about pick ban, I do think Ashville is slightly better for somebody help. Will it make a difference? Probably not. In the case that somebody help do show up in full force, 4500, maybe they're a bit slower to start this week, we could see Asheville stretch a little bit closer than Lakeside, but either way, 4500 should be favored on this map pick. The key players for somebody help, like you mentioned, Emily needs to show up big. We also need to see May getting tons of damage in the server, contesting Joey pound for pound on that Demoman class, as well as a ton of other classes picking up the pace as well.
Yeah, and I've got just the combined logs from last week pulled up. Something I think interesting too is just that I would say that Emmy had a solidly better performance than Wish last season, but comparing the Demomen, they put out over 80 minutes of gameplay, right? They were about 600 damage off from each other. The difference, though, is that ended with Joey going 80 and 75, but May went 102 and 60. So despite doing the same amount of damage, May is getting more kills and dying less and taking less damage as well. So if there's a lot of factors that play into that beyond just individual skill, but if they're able to continually find these advantages, because Nixie did have a better performance than Timeless, but that's still 2 out of 3 of the Highlander kind of trinity going in the favor of somebody help, something that I really don't think either of us would have predicted at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, the combat classes for Somebody Help have been one of the major success stories of the long-standing Penguins roster, where they're actually coming up into top Invite as respectable players of their class. Back in old Platinum or even like early seasons of Invite, you wouldn't really be able to say that confidently without sounding like you're exaggerating. But at this point, Emily, May, they're very strong players. Fleeble as well has gotten better and better at Medic. Not that the Medics are playing perfectly right now, but there's a lot better combo playing going on for Help, which is a big factor of why they're such a cohesive team.
Another thing I do actually want to point out too, now that I'm looking at it, the difference between JJ and Sunny last week was almost completely irrelevant. We're talking 88 and 95 on Sunny to 90 and 96 on JJ. Slightly better KD, but slightly more damage coming out of Sunny. And JJ's a player that I look to as probably the example for soldiers in Invite. And Sunny was someone that coming into the season I saw, had moments, right? But was kind of like a big swinger in a baseball game, right? Sometimes hits those home runs, but misses frequently as well. Those misses were a lot less, and JJ didn't seem to have been as good. So just another one of those factors that's going to need to go right for somebody help here.
Yeah, JJ has his own playstyle of soldier that's so oppressive when played properly. Me and Alto both have memories of him landing on both of our heads. A medic and a spy, by the way. Medic and spy mains saying that a soldier is just always on top of them. JJ can be everywhere on the map at once if he wants to be. Sunny's tuning into more of that controlled soldier playstyle, a la like Rain used to do when he won Invite on soldier, where you're playing for your team, you're playing to cover holes, you're playing to get banners when on payload, which again, payload their strong suit. So Sunny's definitely a big part of that, and he's definitely going to be a big part tonight if they want to take this.
Something interesting that actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is you brought up that you think Asheville might be better for Lakeside, or better than Lakeside for somebody help. I mentioned the same thing as well, going into it that, oh, well, you're not going to win on Lakeside. But the more that I think about it, those Lakeside rounds towards the end got closer and closer. And when I think about how a lot of it felt like the momentum that somebody helped started to build in those last couple of Lakeside rounds really helped them going into Vigil and upward. Asheville to me feels like a map where it's entirely possible that Wish and JJ shake off the funk they were in last week and dominate on this map, and then continue that domination into Vigil. And that to me, that strikes to me as something that could go very poorly for somebody help here.
Yeah, the Scout v Scout is one thing where we're gonna see Wish and Emily take a lot of head-to-head fights on the roofs, maybe on point with beam attached to them. Whereas you mentioned JJ being able to find his way out of a funk and being big, like doing big damage all the time. Where we're picturing massive soldier bombs onto ramp, sinking medics out of shutter, that type of thing. One player I want to look towards to kind of maybe help put JJ in check and help the team is Pyro. I want to see what American is going to be able to do in this match, because the Pyro v Pyro is very interesting as well to me. We have American versus Johnny from Cali, formerly known as Arts Hispanian, on the Pyro v Pyro. Both these players have been playing phenomenally on Pyro recently. Especially Arts has probably been a half step up in terms of comparison, but both these Pyros are playing super well. And it's been a long time since I've seen this high level Pyro play from both grand final teams. It has to be a mid early season of RGL.
What are you trying to say about Pyro players, Zach?
Some of them might not be very good. I'm not gonna name names.
Ooh, that's a spicy statement, and thankfully we won't have another cast after this to have to have to elaborate on that.
No one can at me to turn on that one. It's end of the season. I get my shots off here.
Bit cowardly, but taking advantage of the situation is what we call it.
I was a spy man. I don't care.
No, I'm definitely in agreement with you, though. I actually felt a little bad when I saw Johnny on the roster, and I'm like, wait a second, was Johnny playing for Vigil last week? Just because, for whatever reason, I guess when he DC'd on that Vigil, it just scrubbed his name from my mind out of, frustration. But we do have one of the teams running up here. Doesn't look like we're actually going to be going that soon, but the teams are definitely getting ready. But yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be really interesting, too, because, as you mentioned, we did see some really big... We've seen a lot of really big plays from Pyros constantly throughout playoffs. I'm thinking back to first week of playoffs when we saw Cookie do some really crazy things while subbing or ringing for somebody help. And then, just again, American had some incredible Uber denies as well throughout playoffs, and Johnny's always...
Yeah, let's not even talk about what Johnny's done to
seasons.
Sunny these playoffs. Johnny has put Sunny in the dirt time and time again with those mid-air air shot reflects, so definitely a lot of high-level power play coming out here, but we're about ready to get started soon. Is there any last things you want to look for, Alto, on Asheville? Maybe see if somebody help can tip the scales in their favor, or who's going to dominate on 4500?
Once again, it's gonna look bad if they somehow pull out a miracle, but I really don't think somebody help wants to win this. And Timeless even said they really don't have much of an intention of winning this. They knew that the Koth was kind of going to be like a sacrificial map pick. All I want to do is I don't want to see them like play in a way that looks really bad, if you know what I mean. Like momentum's something that's really hard to quantify, but I really do feel like their ability to play 4500 closer in those last rounds of Lakeside last week really was meaningful for them, taking that into Vigil going forward. And if they just get the door absolutely slammed in their face here, I think that could be really damaging to their prospects of winning Vigil again.
Yeah, that's a statement we hear a lot in like League of Legends esports, where you say that you'd rather a team, go down swinging spectacularly rather than just slowly bleed out and die. And if we see somebody help, not take many points, get shut out of Ashville, it'd be a bad omen. But either way, we're getting started here into the first mid of Ashville. Grand Finals reset, kicking off.
Yep, both demo men coming in out of Shutter right here. Joey getting a little bit more damage onto May. No frags yet. The sniper's missed. As I say that, Timeless finds
Hyphen's dead.
And there is May and Sunny doubling up onto Hyphen. Somebody help coming out swinging on this mid.
It is
ace. Jacob, the only one up, and that's a full ace for at least 5 seconds coming in on here. And I mentioned I was going to look goofy if they ended up winning it, and that's a great start for somebody help. Fleeble did go down, so going to be a bit longer of a spawn than Hyphen is, and they're going to be on slight disad. But you have to feel confident off of that if you're somebody help.
Dominant mid fight. That's an ace. I never thought we'd see a help ace on the first mid here, but it comes through. They get the first capture. Now Nixie in Shutter trying to find entryway for his team. Timeless getting a buff, gonna rotate up to the bats to get a peek. Sunny did end up bleeding in the downtime though, and with Micah, Timeless all going down. 5 players just bled immediately on the side of somebody help. They're gonna have to back up and cede the point for free.
That's basically a counter wipe. JJ went in and I thought he might have been able to get Fleeble, gave her up, and instead went for May on point, found the demo pick, and felt like a bunch of somebody help players just, I don't know, killbinded or something. Ton of players all went down.
Yeah, Sunny died close, Timeless got backstabbed, a lot of bad things happened in a row that caused him to lose the point, but either way.
Exit from Exa in the middle of lobby?
No, but if I had guessed, it's that it's just harder for the spy to sap around corners. Either way, both meds now going to be up on full Uber. We're going to see where Sunny Help wants to take this one to try and get the point control back in their favor. Micah is cloak and daggered here on the barrels, calling out where the combo's rotating to. X's teleport isn't going to go down as the Ubers exchange pop across point. A lot of damage being dealt onto the players who are backing up, and now it's 3v3. Nixie peeks Shutter too aggressively, gets picked off by Emily in post. Wish as well going to go down, means it's a full scout advantage. A lot of damage running forward onto the combo and help win this fight pretty substantially.
Yeah, Nixie dying to lead off 2 of the 3 fights that have happened in this match so far really are giving somebody help the advantage. They can play so much more forward and aggressive, knowing that they don't have to worry about that sniper. Timeless did get stabbed down on the end of that, but it already happened after, the pressure out from somebody help was just too much to ignore. And if Nixie that peak there really ended up costing them.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if Hyphen went down or if he just wasn't healing as his teammates exploded around him, but he's now at a 40% disad, so a lot of free HP going in favor of somebody help here can have that Uber that much quicker, as May going forward trying to get some stickies. AGB, I think he got flashed across the point, but he will get across just fine. Probably wants to target Timeless here. Box decoy coming out. This should be free pick unless Timeless hears it. Pyro gonna stop that one in his tracks. Johnny gonna get that kill, but JJ over the top doesn't find his pick.
Yeah, the Uber is gonna get forced out though. Sunny gonna go down as the Uber taking deep into Shutter. There's the stairs, though, going to be a natural choke. Stops them from getting too far out an American. Overextends, actually. I think they do find Adam with that, but not really the best trade you can make here. They're starting to, 4500 starting to flow back in. Micah on ramp, in position to maybe go for something. Going to have to see if he decides to, decloak or just keep calling.
They're trying to contest.
He's going to keep calling.
May's walking out, but the spy on him, AGB, not going to find the pick, but will deter that contest. So Micah ends up going down at the back end of that ramp as Nixie's spawn actually it's extended. So now Sunny over the top gets the 2 rocket drop onto Hyphen. Johnny does not miss those reflects very often, but that one's going to cost his team big.
Yeah, missed them on a mid fight too, so a little bit out of character for Johnny here. And HEP going for the spawn camp. Gets counter espionage by Micah. The Spy v Spy Zag is picking up.
Oh yeah,
right where it left off last week.
For those of you who
Evil just baton passed
Evil baton pass. For those of you who missed it, the spies were beefing last week, spawn camping each other. The snipers were taunting after SBS wins. It was crazy. It was carnage. We'll see if that continues here into Asheville. But that said, now 100% Uber for somebody help. They now have the time advantage on the point. They could end up taking the first round here, and they're in prime position so long as they don't bleed like they did on that first defense.
Ooh, big pipes coming in from May. Almost took out Nixie on ramp blind, but yeah, what a statement round that would be for somebody else. even if they still ended up getting 4-1, it would go to show that they can contest on Ashville. Uber's going to get forced out, though, as Caboose does get dropped. Emily going forward in Shutter, once again, unable to climb up those stairs. Electing to instead go to ramp side, gonna get hit up
one HP,
by JJ,
literally one.
Survive, yeah.
Literally one on Emily. Alright, so now Uber advantage had by Hyphen and the side of 4500. They're gonna try to push out here. Help would like to force this if they could, but they're just gonna leave entirely. Don't want to risk losing too many players, as the backstab onto Nixie will open up some windows here. Timeless gets jumped by JJ, though, will survive 1 HP as Point about to get recaptured. Emily gets stabbed off of the dispenser. Yeah, by AGB. That one's pretty cool, but either way, Point kept up. 100% for Hyphen, 50 for Fleeble. 1 minute ad for somebody help here. If they get this Uber and pop up, they could win. Help have this in their own hands.
Yeah, I mean, good that 4500 didn't think of that capping. They still won't really be able to hold it for too long without the exchange coming through.
Caboose is
so far forward, taking that right wall aggressively, dropping in his wish, didn't even know it was
there.
But Fleeble drops, though. Nixie finds Fleeble dropping off of bats. He's playing alone on his own bats. Risky for the spy, but high risk, high reward. Gotta risk it for the biscuit in these finals, and it's gonna pay off because that will allow the time likely to flip into 4500's favor here. Although, finding that defensive heavy, Timeless finding a big opening pick.
It's a good play by somebody help there to walk forward, get that Uber Force. That Uber Force is essentially a free fight win if you have your own Uber, but Fleeble walks into a sideline at the worst possible time, and they lose that advantage. Now it's going to be no Uber v no Uber. 20 seconds left for both teams. We'll have to see who comes out on top of this.
Yeah, there's going to be trades back and forth. Nixie is down. That's the big one, but numbers are in favor as there is no May for the side of somebody help.
Wish.
Yeah, Wish going to go down. No Scout. There's so much pressure in Shutter as Emily's going to go down, but Johnny as well. Sunny now traded out.
They're gone.
JJ's playing so far forward on ramp, assassinates Timeless, going to actually crater. Somehow gets a crater there, but no one's near Point. They're flooding in right there. Big jump out of American, who's able to get on Point in time. 99 on Hyphen, uses immediately. Fleeble's at 95, just needs to survive. She gets the better Uber off here, can't drop too many players. Uses it immediately as well.
Yep, as many people need to live for help as possible. With Timeless railing off an SBS win onto Nixie, that's a domination for Timeless. They're going to be able to hold this point for a bit longer. Neither Med will have Uber for the end of the round. Help need to hold the point for 25 seconds. 4500 have to contest and cap back. Remember, overtime means that this will not end until one team is off of that point for good.
Yeah, and getting that Uber out from 4500 was so big here because it means that Hyphen's not going to have it in time to really recontest with.
Emily's dead.
Going down to a mini. Not the best position to be in without a scout. JJ in for round two. Huge reflex. JJ is out of this fight. Johnny gets piped out. Micah onto Jacob. Wish getting so forward on these barrels here. American takes him out. They're fragging him out. Yep, that's going to be it. Hyphen's still alive. Not near enough to the point. And somebody help. Surprise everyone and take the first round.
Who said they can't win COP? They come out here, map 1, take a round immediately off of 4500's Ashville pick. That is crazy. If they can continue this momentum, this grand finals could be over in the weirdest possible fashion, but they do have to do so. 4500, they have to fire back, and they can do it. We just have to see it from them.
Yep, both demos once again coming through Shutter right here. Joey and May, lots more damage onto May, but we'll get that arrow. Caboose going to be taken out first. Not rare you see the heavy get killed by sniped, and the exact opposite of that first mid coming in here. Johnny's going to get Fleeble with a detonator. Likely a burnout as tons of pressure
get yourself faced. He's the last one alive. He's just retreating to the lobby. That is a decisive fight win, this time in favor of 4500 on mid. Both these teams leaving it all out to dry on the mid fight. One coming out very ahead either time. So now, with full Uber ads, it's going to be 4500 in good position.
It's a courtesy round, guys. Surely is what's going on in 4500's comms right now as, yeah, really strong mid from them. Losing your heavy out early is just so much defensive power, and that is all of 4500 swarming them, taking advantage of that. Nixie fighting Emily as the sacks come in. Hyphen will be forced right there. They are getting aggressive on this. Fleeble is gone out to spawn, so I'm not sure if that was a force or the sack worked, but the end result is the same. Slight Uber ad now, about 40% or 30% coming in for somebody help.
Yeah, very standard stack play. They had Micah decloak, they had the Soul Rhythm over the roof, and they just got that Uber Force. Now we see 4500 without Uber. They're holding forward. This is the actual forward hold that you do when you want to stall the other team. You want to make them take time to clear out their own lobby.
Gun by Jacob. This looks new.
I like it. It's at an off angle from where your team's gonna be standing, so it demands attention and like six rockets.
It sees right into the lobby, like it's at the perfect
angle
to get further into the lobby. Yeah, probably lined that up on the LIV on the decal on the wall.
Yep, and now that will go down. Uber popped immediately out of the shutter here from somebody help. A Bats jump coming out from May. Tries to find a bunch of damage onto the medic, but doesn't get the kill. He will get reflashed though and stay alive for now. Over the top comes JJ, but not able to find the kill he wants.
Snapped out by Nixie. That's big. No medic there. The Ubers were already traded, but Hyphen coming up onto his own now. Johnny
Hyphen's 99.
Low.
Can he heal someone? Where is he?
Where is he? He's alone under Bats. He's going to escape though. Will be able to meet back up with his team. Yep. That's 100. Oh, dangerous moment for Hyphen there. He manages to keep the Uber out.
Yeah, that's going to be big for 4500 here. They get their med out. They're already a minute and a half up on time. Now they have this full Uber push to work with. They're going to walk up to Bats and try to pop this on point and get it back as soon as possible. Micah, of course, is calling this out. Spy cloaked up in the lobby, so we'll see what the response is from somebody help. They want to force this one and get out. What a trap!
Oh, great trap. Johnny had blown it back, but it's still going to stall Joey. Going to give them plenty of time to back up. That said, Joey still coming forward onto Bats. Finds Exa, American, Timeless, all going down. So lots of kills being chased out here. Fleeble is alive, as is May, are the big things, and that's a very large ad for Fleeble right here, sitting at about 60%, so they'll likely come back in with these spawns. But, recap over to 4900, more time off the clock, more than a minute lead.
Yep. Fleeble going to have Uber right away, though. We saw they popped the second they had it last time. We'll see if they do that again. A lot of players are now grouping up outside of ramp. They're going to pop immediately out of ramp, try to catch some players out. Timeless going to be the first casualty as Joey Lemon gets shot before he can jump away. Emily running in, but a good air blast from Johnny will deny her. That's only one casualty from up for 500. Meanwhile, Help have already lost 3.
Yeah. Only losing your demo there is not the best kill.
And Fleeble's dead again.
Out again. Nixie keeps finding the angles onto her, not giving him the proper respect. And that's going to be likely what kind of seals the deal on this round. Still possible for somebody else to win it, but they're down almost 2 full minutes here.
2 full minutes and another full Uber as well. Things are not looking good for the 2-0 half for somebody help. 4400 taking a moment to remind us, this is our map pick. We're the COF team here, and they are coming out very strong. Nixie especially has been a dominant force onto that enemy medic.
Yep, Rampo coming in solid, and Joey
immediately.
finds blind pipes on Timeless. They can play wide now, and Hyphen's going to do just that. Going to end up using Uber here, but that's off of the pressure. May and Sunny already dead, American dead. Wish running in, gets that chase up the stairs. Going to find a lone medic on
they get this one up.
And that's going to be the round. So a quick and decisive answer coming back from 4500 after losing that first round.
Yeah, again, this is their map pick. This is more what we expected that first round from Somebody Help. So far, it's an anomaly. We'll have to see if they can get one back or if this is going to end up being just another 4-1, but they'll have a couple more chances. They were very impressive in that first round, so now we have 2 very separate rounds coming out. Which team will end up taking the third one?
Yep. As gonna have to look and see May coming. May a lot less health on these mids than Joey. Joey must be getting out. May does it. May
He's gonna die.
Yeah, where did Fleeble go? Fleeble must have gone out. Fleeble I think went out through ramp for the safer.
Sunny's on the backline. He misses his last rocket. He doesn't get any kills, and now there are more kills in favor of 4500. They're back in, up through ramp. If you are Somebody Help, Adam though gets sniped on that chase before Caboose gets picked off by AGB in the post. Very low kill mid-fight in comparison to what we've had so far, but either way, 4500 come out ahead of this one. Neither med ended up going down, and Fleeble has built about 15% better though.
Yeah, something we saw last week as well is Fleeble getting at building leads over Hyphen here. So, gonna potentially have a slight edge to work with here.
They haven't capped yet.
Called. Yeah, but the cap only just coming in. JJ aggro in onto Bats, will not find anything, but won't lose anything either. Get some good damage out, forced back as Ubers for both meds. Exchange coming out of Shutter.
Yep, Nixie's spawn got extended, so no sniper in this Uber as both meds going to be taking this one across point. Fleeble retreating immediately, leaving Emily on the other side of the map. What can Emily and Sunny do here as a tag team? They need to find some kills, and kills they will get onto Demento. Sunny going to go down for it though as Emily collapsed on and rocketed by JJ. Even though those kills happen, for Sunny help have control of the point until Nixie gets a snipe onto Exa, and his main sentry won't be doing much. A lot of damage now coming onto the combo of Help. Timeless 1 HP getting chased down, burns out to Johnny. They don't have enough players to actually cap the point.
Yeah, all that pressure is fine, like a 7v8 situation, as long as you don't start losing 3 people immediately. Which is exactly what happens for Somebody Help. The numbers get flipped in their side, and despite having good positioning, they just don't have the numbers to back it up. 4500 able to continually defend the point.
Sunny, again being a nuisance of the Hyphen, finds the fadeaway rocket for that med pick. Joey Lemons goes down in short order, and that's the play that Help needed to get onto this point and get their first capture of the round. Bonus for them. Oh, JJ gets 2 rockets onto Fleeble.
Oh, that was girthy coming out of JJ, and that push is going to continue to be stalled.
Help were in such a good position there. They got all the picks they needed. All they have to do is protect their med and cap up. It's Highlander 101. Whenever enemy med dies on cough, watch your medic's back because you never know when there's a soldier or a spy on him.
And then you watch the sky directly above him as he comes in. But yeah, looks like they may end up getting the repush now. Sunny super aggroing Shutter. I really like that play. Hits Joey really low, almost gets him only a couple damage off, but the cap still not coming across.
JJ.
Just more time for 4,500. JJ gonna find a ton of damage, takes out American, but stalls the entire push. Somebody helps doesn't count, and AGB just runs in and guns down Fleeble.
Yeah, he was there earlier on Bath, got a stab and sap onto the engineer, then just sticks around, gets that easy revolver cleanup, and Help still have not capped the point. They cannot make it happen in this round. Hyphen now, full Uber ad, 2 minutes. This is even more dominant than the previous round for 4,500.
Yeah, it feels like they've had a couple of opportunities to repush it, but 4,500 has just forced them off at every turn. Micah crossing point, almost
made it.
Got discovered by Adam there. Yeah, a little bit risky, but will be getting behind to Shutter. Yeah.
Nixie, he's aware. He's shooting the SMG backwards for a spy. Sunny going over the top with Emily. They're trying to get some damage, and they will find the kills onto Demento and JJ. Nixie as well. Losing the SBS means that there's now pressure here going forward for somebody help. They need to cap this up as Uber coming across point, forced out from the enemy team. Just Wish chasing down a hopeless Timeless there. Gets picked off near his own team. Either way, now full Uber going to be had for Fleeble here, but they need to get this. They need to hold it. Wait, backline! Fleeble's 1 HP nearly got taken out.
Yeah, AGB went through and probably whiffed on a couple of opportunities there. And turned around heavy. Oh, great reflect by American. People
AGB
definitely going down if that didn't get reflected. But Fleeble got forced out anyway just due to the overtime. Takes Emily forward. They really need to make sure they get this cap. And they will go across. Really want to make sure they weren't shut out in this round. So the cap is there, but they're down Uber and down 3 minutes in time.
I actually don't like that pop out from Fleeble because you gotta think, if you gotta go 3 minutes, all the way without giving it up, you need that Uber, right? If you're gonna lose the fight and your team's gonna drop you in the middle of your entire team, you just let it happen. You need that Uber. Now we're gonna see Hyphen up on 75%, and they're walking out of Shutter with a vengeance.
American and Caboose and Emily already down. That's a number of really good defensive classes. Timeless and Micah next, and this is just a formality at this point for 4,500, who, despite looking shaky in the beginning, are going to come straight through and take the second round. So a 2-1 for 4,500, but the momentum is all in their favor right now.
They gave up that first round to make the 4-0 predictors seethe. 4-1ers, where's the 4-1 chads at?
4-0 cells seething over 4-1 chads right now. But, I mean, this is, to be honest, this is kind of what I'm worried about, right? Yes, they took the first round, but taking the first round and getting shut out for the next 4 is much worse for your momentum than getting shut out for 2 and then, fighting for the last 3, right? It looks like as these past 3 rounds have gone on, 4,500 just needed a little bit of time to warm up in that first round, and they're fully firing on all cylinders right now. Everything's playing as they need it to. And just hitting tab and noticing Johnny at the top of the scoreboard, I've seen a lot of detonators in the kill feed.
Yeah, logs up. He's 18-8 on Pyro with almost 300 DPM. That's some squirt shot numbers back when it was still allowed. But yeah, Johnny's doing tons of work, being a massive force, like I said he'd need to be.
He tied Nixie in kills, almost tied him in damage.
Yeah, he second fragged his team on Pyro just behind the scout. That is crazy from Johnny, honestly.
Yeah, bottom death out of the combat classes as well. I mean... That's how many? He had, out of his 18 kills, 9 were with the detonator. He did 1,300 flamethrower damage, 3,300 detonator damage. That's insane.
That's what you gotta do on Pyro to get those high damage and kill numbers, and he's hitting every shot right now. Also dying Sunny a ton. He did have a couple of bad reflect misses, which, to be honest, that one reflect miss that got his medic dropped is part of the reason why they lost that first round, but he's been doing super well to help bring this one back for his team.
Yeah, something else I want to point out, too, is just to kind of track some of the verses we had in the beginning. May right now is showing up over Joey. Joey only 7 and 8. I mean, only 486 DPM, but May sitting on an 18 and 12 with 540 while losing. So, really strong performances out of May. But Wish dominating on Ashville, as we kind of expected. And despite that early domination coming out of Timeless, Nixie more than rebounded in those next 2 rounds to finish 18 and 10 to Timeless's 13 and 12. So...
What's the SBS? Because it started out 4-0 for Timeless. What was it at the end after that 4-0?
It was 5-2 in favor of Timeless.
Overall, or?
Yeah, 5-2 overall. So
it was 2-1 then afterwards. That's crazy.
In favor of Nixie, yeah.
Yeah, he had 4-1, or he had 4-0 in the first round, and they only shot each other 3 times for the next 2. I guess Thomas was exploding to a lot of other things, though.
Yeah, Timeless had 8 kills in the first round and only had 5 more over the next 2 combined. Which is pretty rough when you're sniper 2 and 3 around. I mean, granted, they almost got full shut out in that third round, right? So it's not like there's a ton of time when you're only playing for 4.5 minutes in a round. Yeah, 4:35.
Yeah, as we're going to get back into the second half here, Help not wanting to spend too much time again. They were not expecting to take this map. It looks like, they don't want to take too much time to talk about it either, because we're getting right back out onto the field. Ken 4500
Joey
close one
slow,
clean.
waiting for the arrow, didn't get it early, so May out a lot quicker. Might have gotten tanked by someone, we didn't see by what, but Nixie finds the first kill onto Timeless. Really forward on that box is Caboose. Gonna end up going down, but helps take out Joey and Adam. So better combo for Help, better pick classes.
Knife melted for AGB.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
He's going to be out for a bit, and it looks like having Nixie alive is not enough of a difference maker after losing your demo on Heavy. Should be a mid going over to 4500, and good reflect by American. Make sure no one takes damage from that straight JJ rocket.
Scout over the top, though. Wish trying to do some damage. No classes here can really touch him that much. He's going to backstab, though. Micah can touch him with that knife, and there's a bomb in from JJ. Immediately gets 2-shot by Emily over.
But Joey just dead! Fleeble with 6!
Fleeble just dropped to 2 sticky bombs. You cannot do that if you are Fleeble. If you need to pop it, but your team needs you alive. They need to cap this point. Because now Hyphen has full ad.
Waiting for her to spawn? Yes,
they're going to. There's no reason for them not to, right? Because they have to give this up eventually. But they needed Fleeble to be alive here, because without that Hyphen with this full ad, 400, they're going to just retake this in a second.
Yeah, that's a really messy drop coming out of Fleeble there. I mean, I suppose if you force their right, nothing happens. They're too far back. But at least they're still alive and providing heals there, and your team can cap a little bit earlier. Get a couple more seconds off. But Timeless going to land an opening shot onto Jacob.
Oh, headshot.
Again gets gets Fleeble in Shutter. Just a little too far forward there as Nixie is able to find the angle. And that's going to be a continued Uber advantage now for the side of 4500.
Yeah, Fleeble was out Shutter, then she re-peeked it to try to get her team some more heals. It was not worth it in the end, as Wish gets a couple cleanup kills at the end onto Emily and May. Sunny gonna drop as well in the post. So only 2 up, both respawners for Sunny Help. Recap coming in for the side of 4500. They're gonna have about 20, 25, 30 Uber's advantage going forward here. They do have a minute to make up in time though, so this round isn't out for either team yet.
Yeah, I really want to give a big shout out to Jacob clarifying in chat for us that early death was in fact planned to upgrade the telly. Just gave us an @cast in chat. Wanted to call that out. Appreciate it whenever we get a quick glimpse into the players' thoughts like that. As the cap does go back over to 4500. They've got Adam forward on the box. He's gonna be forced
low,
out.
Yeah. Johnny as well is too low. The entire combo needs heals right now.
SVS win. Nixie already dominating Timeless. What?
I guess so. That's going to be a walk forward, though, as more combo members are healthy. Uber going to get popped out now here for 4500. Good air blast. Going to be able to deny that one. Going to be the only casualty in the Uber. American, he's still juking around, actually, doing tons of work. They can't kill him. American is staying alive for 10 years. Finally gets cleaned up in post, but he soaked that entire Uber by himself. Emily, though, not having a good time.
Could tell that was potentially a punish onto Wish. He didn't need to chase the American kill, but he wanted it just to, like, salvage his own ego, probably. And not only does he get away with overextending for it, but they gets Emily killed as well. But I want to talk about Nixie dominating Timeless. It's been like a minute and a half when that happened, and he already has 4 onto him.
Yep. Either way, full Uber ad now had by Fleeble and Help. They're going to use across the point to try and clean up whatever kills they need to. Emily going to go up onto Bats with that flash, but cannot chase any further. That Uber essentially got popped out for nothing. They don't really get any kills off of it. They do at least get the point back.
Yeah, it was really just to confirm the cap. I felt like they will extend Sunny there, but...
Demento 1-1 Emily! Who wins? Demento's winning! He can't have the last shot.
The Virgin Pistol came out.
Oh no.
Emily gonna take that 1v1 and will escape with her life. Micah needs to give her a little bit of covering fire, but they do both get out. Uber popped out of shutout now. Joey jumping forward. Fleeble nowhere to be found. Joey landing.
I like the JJ flash. He flashed JJ to get some more damage on, and JJ's going to get some damage and get out with his life. A lot of damage being dealt onto the combo members. Wish going to be 1 HP. Sunny in the back gets a kill onto Hyphen. Big 2 rockets onto the enemy medic, and now Help are flooding the point with all their players. Gotta watch out though. Nixie is standing tall and watching out.
Did Jacob just pull a taunt and Shutter for? But yeah, Nixie continuing to rail off these shots. No heals, no problem for the sniper. Standing, posting up on point, looking onto Bats.
They have Uber, they could deny.
They are gonna be forced to Uber out here to deny this. Good job blocking the cap. Everyone's fleeing for the hills right there. Again, just extending the cap for getting more time. And Fleeble Feels like for the 4th or 5th time this game it has to be. Stays out a little bit too long
What a
and Nixie
headshot!
finds the
Oh
angle.
my god, almost got the 2-tap onto Hyphen, but Emily will confirm the kill. That 1-2 punch from the Ambi headshot, and Scattergun evens out the medic disadvantage.
Yeah, and that's going to be a much shorter spawn for Fleeble. Shorter spawn for everyone. It seemed like it was about a 5 for 5 there. And that does favor somebody help. If they just flat out onto point right there, there's still going to be spawners, and Johnny especially got a late spawn wave.
Oh, they're cleaning up under bats now. Demento again, 1v1 by Emily. Emily taunts and then gets cleaned up by AGB. There's some war going on between the scout and the engineer from opposing teams here. That's going to be a bomb over the top from Sunny. Finds a dispenser, helps his team confirm the point. And that's a recapture for help. Time now even.
Yeah, and once it's ticking still down 4,500, but oh, here comes in JJ. Good reflex out of American. He will likely get chased out by Emily, but Caboose goes down. Adam so far forward here, not going to be able to cap.
Yeah, Adam walked onto the point, took the 1v1 Caboose and won it out. He was not seen on the box early enough, so with that heavy kill he gets, his team able to walk out and recontest. That said, 95-97% for Fleeble. They're going to pop out here to confirm this point once again. Nixie, though, another entry pick onto American. Hyphen, juking, dodging for his life, but cannot get out, cannot escape the clutches of Emily, and that's going to be the recapture in favor of somebody help here. A likely sack going to come in, though. Got to watch out. Adam is submarining, and he's getting focused, and he's killed.
Yeah, respect the hustle. Your man goes down, you want to try to sack. They are going to end up picking up Timeless, Emily, and Caboose off the bat now. Yeah, but they do need to cap it, or what had been even in time is now going to a
Wish is
minute ad.
destroying them.
And
Okay,
Nixie
Fleeble
finds
headshot.
Fleeble again.
Yeah, these posts are so scrappy, they're so sloppy from somebody help here. They have everything they need to win multiple of these fights, but not able to get the kills in time, not able to keep them out of a sight line, although you can argue whose fault that one is, as Nixie dominating the team, top scoring the round. It goes up 1-0 in the half. That's a 3-1 lead for 4,500.
Yeah, I want to clarify what you said. These posts are scrappy for 4,500, sloppy for somebody help. Continually losing people in post. Fleeble, at this point, it is not a team issue. She is staying out too long here. Like, 3-4 rounds into this, you can't be getting sniped 3+ times in a round.
Yeah, that's a death sentence for a team when it happens.
Timeless, though. Revenge onto Nixie, but JJ blown into the gutter.
He lives.
Not going to be able to actually get any damage onto Fleeble, and big kills coming out here. Micah finds an Ambi headshot kill onto Johnny. Not used to that coming through in the kill feed, but Hyphen will get out. Not quite the ace it was in the first round, but still a good showing from them with their backs against the wall, because it is currently map point.
Look at them. They're walking onto the opponent's bats already. If they can lock them out, this would be a very good way to stall out some time. Aeroblast coming onto Joey Lemon's spam, protecting his team, doing a good job. That is American.
Through Secret, gets behind in Shutter. The Uber's had gotten forced, I think, as that happened anyway, so his flank actually gets wasted, but is still enough to get that Uber back in favor of Hyphen. Only 20 seconds off the clock so far, and they already have full attack.
Okay, Nixie is on bats. Will he find Fleeble's head sometime within this fight? We'll have to end up seeing, as now Uber ad full for Hyphen, gonna be walking out of Shutter in just a second to trade and get the point back. What a pipe!
Yep, yeah, air pipe during the Uber stalls his jump completely, allows Fleeble to back out onto bats for free. But Nixie scoped up on his own fans, finds Timeless. Caboose and Micah both go down, not likely to be able to contest this cap coming through. Nixie another onto American. No Timeless to potentially answer there. Fleeble did survive, though. She is at 75, about a 45% ad. So they will have the ability to repick up. And they have 50 seconds off the point, at least.
Yeah, so far the round is airing on the side of somebody help here. They have time lead, they have Uber lead. If they keep on with this cycle and making their pushes work out, they'll be able to take this round. The problem comes whenever one of their pushes don't work and they lose everyone in post. We'll have to see if they can avoid that situation, as now they have the Uber going to be walking out with their team here in just a second.
Yep, ooh, body shot onto Timeless, but the buff will keep him alive. He's gonna die though. JJ though, yeah. Rocket coming through. Big chase, trying to come in here.
Hyphen's dead!
Great, yeah, Hyphen goes down actually. May jumps all the way back, I think, and finds Hyphen.
Fleeble's won! Save Fleeble!
She's gonna get out. All the pipes coming over. She's out. Yeah,
they
Johnny
don't have
trying
the point
to chase.
yet, though. It's 3, okay. When the other team is 3 up, you have to wipe them and get the point back fast, because now this is all wasted time.
Emily's still behind though, continuing to clean up. That's 7 kills!
Emily quietly cleaning up that entire fight as the scout class. That's the Highlander special.
That's a psyop right there, is it not? That's what that feels like. Lingering in the enemy lobby, just picking up those stragglers in posts.
Yep, and now Fleeble up on that 40% advantage, time going back on their side. So now somebody help in position to actually take this round. Got to keep Fleeble alive, though. That's the main key thing here. Fleeble has not been able to stay alive since that first round they ended up winning. If that can keep coming through and they can keep getting these Ubers, they're looking good.
Yep, Timeless landing the shot onto Nixie so big, allows them to start playing out there, supporting Caboose. The Uber will get used to not drop the heavy. They're a little bit far back, though. Everyone flooding into Shutter this time. We gotta make sure they can get in there, but they're not gonna find anything. Running in are the flank classes. JJ will go down, but that's about the only kill to go down here. Micah got caught out during the Uber. But otherwise, I mean...
Timeless has the forward angle, the Waterson angle. If he finds a medic here, it would be insane. He's looking at the right spot. If he can get this shot, it'd be big. Finds Nixie instead. That's not a bad compromise.
But look at Caboose. He was on fans. Gonna be forced to drop down, actually, as they do come out of Shutter. Uber used. Yeah, Wish drops, though, to the sticky trap. No chase here. Emily picks up 8 onto Jacob before finally getting shut down by JJ. Bombing into Hyphen and close to Sunny, though. Mistimed the Uber ending and only gives him the rocket to surf out on that should have killed him. Shutter also found confounding him. Finally takes out Joey, but Timeless dead, as is Micah.
Getting the headshot onto Micah. Fleeble runs for the hills, gets off of that sightline, now tanking Caboose on the crates. Nixie's peeking it, headshot onto Caboose, cleaned up by Wish, a 1-2 punch. Gotta pop Fleeble, will pop onto the engineer and now get some kills with the pyro. Sunny goes too far forward and ends up dropping. They do end up stalling the cap, but at the cost of their Uber.
Yeah, Fleeble leaving before the Uber fades to make sure Nixie does not land a parting shot onto her. Well,
someone else
get one
instead.
onto May, though, yeah, but I mean... Better May than Fleeble here, as May was peeking alone off the bat. So the cap goes over, but only 20 seconds left for somebody help here. They're in prime position to win this. They are down about 40% Uber, but with this amount of time, they have more than enough time to run a sack or two, get that ad back, and then try to recap and win it off of that.
Yep, a minute and a half needing to be made up by 4500 to close out map 1 4-1. Micah going to be spotting on the crates. I think he saw Adam, going to call him out to his team. And yeah, they're going to try to focus Adam down here. Adam getting targeted heavily. They will end up getting the force out to try and save other players. That's what somebody help wanted. They got the force. Fleeble is safe in spawn.
Yep, exactly what you need to do there. Only blew about 30 seconds off the clock. Everyone's spawning up now. Fleeble on 75 will have in a couple of seconds. They're ready to use this ad back in.
Yeah, Micah is crossing right now, so he'll be able to be a factor in this push. Actually goes back to his team's side. I wonder what he wants to try to do here. He's calming the heavy again, just going to deadbringer across the point. Eats a pipe as well. He's kind of too low. In the meantime, now Emily, a big headshot from Nixie to shut that scout down in the middle of the Uber.
If Sunny going over as well, a little too forward maybe. Gonna get taken out. May on bats.
They needed kills.
Look to escape. Yeah, they find Wish and Nixie. Those are 2 big ones you can get, though. Fleeble's so hurt, though.
Juking.
Yeah, the sniping sticky's coming in, and JJ behind in. Shutter gonna take her out, and that full Uber had got them a couple kills, but no real point pressure right there. American hiding on the dispenser gets taken out by Jacob.
They're sacking over the top. They need to kill Hyphen here. Hyphen's up to 80%. The Uber leapfrog successfully flipped in the other direction, so now 4500, they're gonna get this Uber. They're gonna pop out, and they're gonna defend the point here, so Help need to make a play. They need someone to come up big here, get the Uber, get some kills. They need anything.
Oh, but watch AJB finds Fleeble coming in. The desperation setting in. Spy checking gets a little bit less solid. The Uber will come out, so 20 seconds to 20 seconds.
Oh, and he kills May too with the self-explosion, so with that the combo is completely wiped. Fleeble has to spawn back up. It better be a quick fix, because they gotta get to the point now, otherwise the map is over.
Yeah, I want to see Fleeble flying along.
No,
it's crits. Yeah, no one's gonna. I don't know if anyone can get on it though. Sunny bombing, only one remotely in the same zip code as the point, and that will be Koth Ashville going over to 4500.
Yep, 4-1, same score as the Koth last week. As we said in the lead-in, it probably didn't make a difference which Koth map this was. It was going to be a win for 4500 anyway. Although this time the order of the rounds taken did get flip-flopped. The result is the same. The only thing that has bearing on the rest of the match is how is the momentum going to shake out. Well, we did say that 4500 were like demolishing after the first round. They had the momentum. I did feel like Help came back into that one similar to how they did on Lakeside.
Yeah, good to see that wasn't a near shutout like the previous ones. JJ putting in chat there right before we switch levels. Wait a second, 4-1 win on the first Koth map. I've seen this before.
2-1 on Vigil. Put in your bets now. It's basically guaranteed.
Yeah, quite likely at this rate, but yeah, it depends on. It's gonna be big here because I mean, this is exactly what somebody helped wanted, right? They wanted to be down on this first map. They wanted the pressure from their backs against the walls, hoping it's gonna turn them into diamonds here. But a couple of different plays on Vigil, and they were looking at their season ending last week, so they're gonna have to come out really sharp here. Cannot have all of the mistakes that were happening. So many players were just dying at inopportune times. You're losing people on the side in Ubers. Fleeble getting caught out way too often by snipers, and just really sloppy play all around.
Yep, combined logs for Ashville up on your screen. Nixie almost doubling Timeless's frags. The sniper department is leaning heavily in favor of 4500 for now, although it was similar on Lakeside where we saw that happen. We're going into Koth now, or into Payload now, Stopwatch. We're going to see the team swap onto a completely different map type, one that Help are much more comfortable on, 4500 much less comfortable on. We have not seen 4500 win a Stopwatch map against Help this season. So whether or not that trend continues, we'll have to see. 4500, you're going to try to close us out on Vigil here once we come back from this short break, so don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss the conclusion of Season 12.
Welcome back, gamers and gamettes, to the RGLgg Invite Season 12 Highlander Grand Finals Bracket Reset. That's a long one, where we just saw 4500, who were upset last week by the 3 seed, somebody help, take their Koth map, Koth Ashville, in a pretty dominant 4-1. Couple of signs of life coming through from somebody help here, just like last week, but ultimately not much for them, not much success to be found for them on Koth in this against this team. We are now moving into somebody's help map pick, PL Vigil, where they took a close 2-1 victory last week before moving on to take the 2-0 on their final map Upward. But now they come in backs against the wall, just like how they scripted it, needing to pull out a win on Vigil. I am Alto, Zag to my side, Dolphin behind the camera. Zag, what are your thoughts moving into what could be the last map of Season 12?
Normally, in a competitive gaming setting, you never really want to say that someone scripted something, but in this case, it's actually true. Like, somebody help chose the lower seed so they could get back-to-back Koth map or payload maps on match point against them. They're thinking that the pressure is what they need to make it happen, to play properly, and to win this match. So we'll see if they can make that happen. Vigil, again, last week was a 2-1, although there were quite a few moments where it looked like Help were the dominant team. Their second defenses come to mind, but they still had a lot of issues on last, trying to get the push in without taking forever, losing their last defense at the drop of a hat. So definitely work to have been done by both teams even after that 2-1. We'll see where this one ends up shaking out, but we gotta slightly favor somebody help at the top. That's what I'm gonna do, as the chat is.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with them as well. They've been so solid on this, and again, we brought it up last week too. They've played so much Vigil over these playoffs. The gap, I think, that it is arguably what gave them their win last week, is that between their matches against Froggyland earlier on, and I think they played against the Fog as well, that ability for just the amount of practice that somebody helps put in on this map was a lot more than what 4500 had put in. Maybe 4500 is hoping they can kind of equalize that difference with another week of scrimming on it. But to me, it is still a gap that, I'm not going to believe they've overcome until they actually do it.
Remember that time last week on Vigil where they capped second, snowballed to third, they spawn camped the Shudder, the second Evil calls out the rotation from last, they go overhead.
Yeah. Like I've never seen Vigil play that smooth before coming out from them, and while they still have some... they still have a couple of kinks in the system to work out. The potential is definitely there.
Yeah, somebody help are favored. 2-1 on the chat predictions right now. I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to say 2-1. They're going to take this one. I think that their issues will end up costing them around somewhere, but I do think that they're the stronger team here, and we're expecting 3 maps. It has to happen right here.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna go for the lukewarm pick. I gotta say 2-1 as well, meaning that of course it's likely gonna be a 2-0 for 4500, just because anytime we're all this in agreement, it never turns out well. But yeah, I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, and if I see it, it means that 4500 will be the grand champions for season 12.
Yep, although for the sake of our viewers and for somebody help, they're hoping to take this Vigil instead. So we're getting ready to get started here. Alto, any classes you're looking at to make a big difference here? Some of the ones we saw last week, maybe?
Well, when I look at the two biggest diffs on 4500, Nixie is putting Timeless in the dirt right now. 40 and 18 to 23 and 26. Less deaths, almost double the kills. And surprisingly, the Pyro diff is real this time. Johnny went 24, 26, and 14. American went 11 and 25. Like, Johnny is... I mean, yeah, it's just the detonator spam, right? But he's getting this damage in. He's getting assists. He's stopping crit heals. He's taking that 20, 25 health off of people. That's like, really taking these fights to go from 50-50 to maybe 60-40 or 75-35 in favor of 4500. And those little differences add up when everyone's always on fire, constantly losing health. Like, it helps. It may not feel like a lot, but when the enemy pyro isn't doing as good of a job, those are small advantages that stack up over time. And I need to see American just stay alive more. And I mean, he had good reflex onto JJ, right? But other than that, not too much it felt like he was really doing.
And we saw as communication broke down towards the end of Ashville, the spy checking did as well, which, while it is part of the Pyro's fault, it's everyone's fault as well. Either way, like you said, we're going to need to see American step up. It is payload Pyro, much different from the called Pyro, so we'll see if you can do it, as the gates are going to drop. 4,500 starting out on offense, help on defense.
Yeah, and Adam will be first blood. Timeless finding him, as lots of forward pressure coming in right there. Timeless actually will go down, but more kills going back. Caboose playing on flank finds Johnny, so about 5-1 I think the kills are right now. And Sunny finding Nixie, so without a sniper, May is able to play forward here, get some spam over the hill. No one really that close other than the card pushers, but
Upward doubling down here. They're moving forward with some players. Looks like now they are going to finally choose to get out. Caboose going to be a sacrificial lamb here as that heavy. Too slow to get out. Will get helped by his flank here. They're going to pick up the kill to Wish, which again, taking out Scout on first is pretty big.
Ooh, Sunny finding potentially a free kill onto Nixie. Gonna take that, but goes in. Was on the banner. If he maybe escapes with that might have been a fully charged banner with how much damage he had done. But does give it up, so we'll have to see if that changes anything. But also really passive sticky traps from May. None of them in the more aggressive spot, like right when you start peeking hill, but has them just on the sides of the walls.
Looks like they want to try to immediately. They're already going up through hill, trying to pop that Uber. Does get popped up. Good job by Feeble to get that one as late as possible. May going to be putting some stickies on the retreat as Emily chases in. No kills going off in the Uber, but Timeless did win the SBS in the meantime. So Repush going to come out. A brass beast out from Caboose. I like it.
Yeah, I was just going to go, Zag, shh, listen.
I hear it.
You hear
it? Call.
Yeah, and AGB just got crusted back into third. A repeat of last week. Wish gets sniped out. They got the Uber off early, but no pressure at all in that. And somebody help is just looking to get that really strong second hold built back up again.
This was the worst point for 4500 last week on Vigil. They got stuck on second pretty much every round. They were not able to take this one in good time ever. AGB is getting
sniffed out.
He's getting UAV'd. He can't do anything here. They got the wall hacks on him. He's not going to be able to get the gun sap so much as a pick, as they're going to Uber out a tunnel right away without him.
Yeah, this was what worked for them in that first half, but it was more of a surprise play than anything. They will actually find Exa, if not the gun, but it's gotten them a lot of hill pressure. They're forced back. Banner out from Sunny, gonna help them take out AGP again in the side tunnel, but if they didn't manage to get enough permanent pressure, May flooding back into hill. Good stickies. The Uber actually gets forced out from Fleeble. I think she got forced.
Yeah, wanted to save as many players as possible, and they will end up pulling this. Exa did die, but he's up, going to be able to rebuild his Sentry Gun. You didn't call it out, but it was super important that Fleeble actually didn't have Uber. Hyphen built way better, and they had so much charge on the opposing team. But the banner from Sunny was enough damage resistance to save Fleeble from a bomb. So because of that, Fleeble stayed alive at like 40 HP and got her Uber. So big banner building from Sunny, super important here. As gun getting reset, 4500 still yet to crack the point.
Yeah, May taking up some damage as more pressure coming forward. The Brass Beast doing a ton of damage, but hit super low on the roof is Wish. Yep, and Adam's actually going to take out two right there. X goes down as well, and that unbreakable second hold will be broken in not too much time.
Yep, the time for 2 is going to be 3 minutes. That's pretty average for Vigil so far. We're looking at about, 6 to 7 minute time for being average, maybe 8 if you're a bit slower. Anything after that is just not a very good time. But look at that. Joey aggressive underneath, going to find a pick onto Emily.
Yeah, no defensive scout going to help him take some flank pressure here. She's up in another 10 seconds, so that is more than enough time to flood through lockers, get Nixie into a strong angle on this flank, waiting. He's the most forward one on his team, waiting for them to back him up. So just badly, he's eager to get these shots off. As they are flooding in. Uber popped super quickly. People does
that's
have,
gone already.
But they're going to get stalled, and that's Uber almost completely gone. Yeah, AGB caught out by Caboose. Nixie loses the SBS. Sunny bombing in onto JJ. And I mean, they got the Uber out, but that was about it. Really, no pressure, no kills, no nothing. Not even a dispenser gain.
Yep, and the cart does not make it up that hill crucially, which is what the offense is kind of looking for with their first Uber. So not going to get that one. Going to be stuck charging it up once again as Caboose picks off Adam to end that fight off. Going to be 30-40% for both medics here as X's gun now solidly up to level 3. Timeless has been dominating SBS once again. I think he's 3-0 right now over Nixie here. So we'll see if he can actually keep the momentum up.
Nixie just got the first point of either 4500 pick classes by SMGing a tele exit on second.
Yeah, other than that, he's 0 points. AGB also 0 points. He's been getting dominated here. Whether or not it's all his fault, is up for debate, but he's not been doing too good so far. As now cart stacking coming out. Big reflect pipe from American. Takes down all those cart pushes and is going to roll back down. Sunny does get backstabbed, but they'll gladly take that one in exchange for a full wipe.
Yeah, really solid just defense again, but maybe the second power is shifted into third. And so some really forward pressure. Look at this. Timeless aggro on flank right outside of lockers. Looking into tracks. They know, though, that they can't hold that for long. But Timeless staying alone. He's going to get detonated off.
Oh, he's getting jumped by JJ here. He needs to surf out, and he does get a good surf out. Counter bomb here from Sunny. Not able to hit the air shot, though.
For brackets, though.
Yep, and AGB is here this time. If he could get sap on the gun, it would be big. But Uber going to end before AGB decloaks. He doesn't want to go for the sap at all, as now the push goes for nothing.
Micah, great stab onto Adam, trying to flank from low. But the card is up the hill. Just
they
not enough forward pressure, and they might
get
just
on it. Somebody, heavy. Caboose, you're
Somebody
back,
help.
man. Wait, what? They're running! They're 9 up! You are 9 up! You are 9 people alive! They just gave up! They didn't want to try!
Was AGB behind them?
No, he died! He died trying to go for Timeless! He didn't get a stab! They just left the point with 9 people alive! Okay, calm it down for a second. They did something similar last week. Granted, that was when they had like 7 minutes through 2, right? They only had 3 minutes this time. It's not nearly as good. We'll see if it comes to bite them in the ass, but for the meantime, they are fully set up on last. We'll focus on the silver linings.
Maybe they thought that the last time they weren't able to get as good last hold because they didn't control back out of third enough. Maybe? I'm not sure. I really doubt that's it. Johnny, though, is just infiltrated flank, jumps over, gets in onto spawn, and gets a ton of damage off, forces him back into spawn.
Hyphen drop to Micah in the back with a revolver. He got left alone in the spawn. That's a big play by Micah. He just saved his team another full minute and a half for that offense to build Uber and restage, because that full drop, they want to just push the card up as much as they can, try to get some spawn camps in, but when your medic drops, that just throws all your plans off the cliff.
I mean, if I'm Hyphen, I'm not using that. I'm saying you guys are not going to let me get a revolver outside of my own spawn, because you guys are doing, heaven knows what. So, I mean, if he uses there, what happens? It's the same thing.
Yeah, you're already outside the spawn gate.
Yeah, you just hopefully beefs all the shots and maybe you can keep it.
Sap onto the gun, coordinated with a jump from JJ, will end up pushing the defense back a bit, but revenge crits from X if the second up gun goes down. Gonna take down one. Helps take down JJ. Fleebo, good dodging on the rockets. Micah and Exa will end up going down, though. With that engineer dead, that gun's gonna take a second to rebuild.
Yeah, they managed to get a couple kills on the end of that. The long spawns coming in. Exa as well, being a main one. Also, do want to highlight there was a counter espionage kill. AGB, I think, getting his first kill of the round onto Micah. But the card is forward. Look how forward 4500 is. Yeah.
Adam hit very low by a headshot. Will need to get flashed with the fist out to keep his life. Okay, then he gets unflashed and dropped in the Uber. Either way, now 2v2 Uber coming out. Scout gonna try to run to the spawn. Emily is 1v1 in Wish. Wish gonna win that one with the help of Exa. As now card stack coming out.
They lost everyone. 4500. Yeah. Wish managed to get a kill in spawn, and that's seldom enough for everyone else to get zoned out. Yeah. May's not going to be up for too long.
How did they wipe? They had numbers that in that Uber. Did too many people focus Wish in the backline? I saw a bunch of kills with explosives. We saw, who was it? It was, Sunny and May
there were
got tons of...
there were a bunch
Yeah,
of
it was
ragdolls in on
Sunny
flank that I
and
saw.
Joey got tons of explosive damage. Maybe when they all grouped up to try and chase Wish, they were just, you know, a farm for explosive damage, because they just wiped in an instant. That was super quick.
Yeah, a couple kills went over on the flank side too, I'm pretty sure. And it's just, you know, multiple people losing fights in multiple places.
Yeah, either way, 7:36 through 4 average time. You know, nothing's set in stone here. There were high points, there were low points for both teams there. I'm going to keep questioning the whole 9-man back out of third when the card barely makes it up the hill, but I guess they thought it was their best chance. Either way, they have a workable time. If help wins this round, you know, water under the bridge, we'll say.
Mission begins in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, again, ultimately, more than a decent enough time. Somebody helps proven they can push this in the past. And it's just going to be, again, with them getting that momentum early and coasting it until last.
Yeah, right now I'd be really worried for AGB's mental. Well, when I know the frustration of getting camped out that hard as Spy, where it's like the entire team isn't playing the game in favor of just making sure you can't. In the end, average time for both teams. We'll wipe the slate clean on this one. Again, takeover for both sides as help. Gonna start on their offense.
Yeah. Yeah, gonna have to see how their offense builds up. May going for that check of a Spy out by Spawn as Adam posted up on flank here. JJ looking forward, has that battalion's on. Nixie first blood's onto Caboose, Timeless the first blood at Adam, so gotta trade back and forth. Joey
the gun's forward.
So yeah, Sunny goes down early, but Timeless finds
Dementor's
Jacob.
dead. Yeah, that
The
gun's not gonna get
forward,
built up.
that's gonna go down, yeah. Not
And Wish.
even Wish next. Yeah, good shots coming out from Timeless. Nixie, though, will find a revenge.
Micah going for a stab. He finds a demo. It'd be big. Gets airblasted accidentally. He didn't mean to actually airblast him as they're going to keep going forward here. They do get a kill into Joey Lemons, and that Dome Man going down means it does open up a trade window. Card going to get capped up here in a second. Joey has a 5 seconds on his spawn. They're going. Trying to go. American's chasing deep and immediately quick scope by Nixie.
Shots. Yeah, Nixie finds 2 there. Sunny as well. American might have actually taken Nixie out if he didn't get that kill.
Maybe he
right
needs to
there.
hit the headshot, and he hit it. Now, there is time for the defense to set up here. We'll have to see how fast the Uber exchange is going to be. It looks like they're stacking some heals in tunnel, just getting that cart as far out as it can be. Not as fast as 400 took it, but now looks like they want to go uphill.
Yep, and they're going to pop quickly. May's going to jump forward. Uber exchange flash to save Nixie. Yeah, maybe a little bit earlier than they would have liked to, but saving your sniper is worth. They're going to back out. No frags exchanged at all. But
One rocket!
Sunny coming in post. May get sniped out, but it gives Timeless room onto Nixie. Kills are still, though, way in favor of 4500
Look at
right now,
Exa. He's
though.
got a wrangled mini outside of side tunnel. He's being a nuisance here. Johnny has to back up. He needs a Dome Man to take care of that one for him. They do get that sentry down. In the meantime, though, that cart gets out all the way around the final bend up to the run-up for the capture, and we're going to see a lot of dry pressure here from help with this number advantage.
Yep, the dries are seem good. Has been working. Adam sniped out as well.
Fleeble's dead.
JJ finds the fadeaway onto Fleeble from behind. No reflect coming out. Not able to dodge this
Hard
punch, but
stack.
everyone just playing forward now. And Caboose on
what
cart
a
getting it
sticky.
super forward. Yeah, May snipes out Hyphen. They aren't going to get cart too much further up.
They
The
got it,
stab
tap.
comes in. Oh, they do. Yeah. That's
Okay.
a full way.
Literal seconds is what mattered there. So the reason why Hyphen ended up dying, Sunny jumped out from tunnel onto his medic's head. The second he jumps out, Demento wrangles the sentry gun. So because of that, it doesn't lock onto Sunny. Sunny gets one rocket, blasts Hyphen forward up the hill, and he eats one sticky and dies to the Dome Man. So really unfortunate timing there for 400, and it's going to cost him that point and the Uber ad.
Yep, popped over to flank goes JJ. Adam and Caboose going to trade out, but no defensive heavy is huge right there. Micah unable to get anything,
alive.
escapes out onto Cart, and JJ goes down. No possibility for a banner to come up here. Cart not particularly close, but
AGB made sure that Micah did not get out alive. He decloaked on him when he's running back to his team for heals. So one in the Spy v Spy column. As now with full Uber, we're going to see Fleeble walk out here with their team onto flank. That's really bad. Yeah, the Uber built, the advantage built from like 15 to 30%. They're not going to be able to use it now because of that shot. So Nixie's saving his team there from an Uber v no Uber push.
Yeah, but Timeless finds one onto Wish. That is no
There are
scout.
minis.
Yeah. Jacob on minis there, maybe not feeling the level 3s, wants to rely on that shotgun DM, and he did just take out Michael with it. But the Wrangled Sentry from Mini X's, this is a good spot to block people here. The Wrangler fight, Jacob's gonna win it. The cart is getting close to the top of the hill, forced off it as the Uber exchanges.
He's cratering.
Come
He's
out.
on the rock! Jacob, oh, he's dead now to Emily. That was the only casualties going over in the fight so far. It is a numbers ad, and with Johnny dying and post to Timeless's headshot angle, we're gonna see now a sack onto the cart for the
Caboose
push.
finds two. Heavy and Sniper, Adam.
He's got
pushing
backstab.
the flank, but Micah
That's it.
gets the stab, shuts him down. Third going through. We have 4 minutes to push last for somebody help.
Yep. breakneck pace here for Help. They got everything the second they wanted to. No wasted time for them at all here as they're walking forward. This pseudo spawn camp just to get the cart up as far as possible. Jump into the spawn for Sunny. Reflected. Level 1 going to take him down. So spawn camp not doing too well. They do have a sniper angle to play around here. Micah calling which side to spawn. They're walking out. He should have won this SPS with the info advantage, but looks like they're just going to back out for now.
I was taking a shot. Not going to find it. Micah finding JJ again. Yeah, JJ... You know, we saw this last week. He was not able to keep his life on defense for those banners like we're used to. Micah exploiting that once again. And looks like the combo's going to go flank. No pyro, that's big.
Yeah, and they're going to come in now. They're 10% ad. If they pop immediately, they could end up finding the kill on Typhon. 95, he will get in time as Nixie wins the SPS. Jacob's gun, first thing to go down in this Uber exchange.
Gets up just in time to save JJ, yep. Almost found there, but Fleet was getting caught out in tracks. Yeah, not able to surf out thanks to the low roof. Gonna go down. Card pressure going a little big. But yeah, big reflect right there. They're gonna go down. Actually gets the card up to the hill, but no further as somebody helped. You know, they have the time, right? Gone through about a minute or so off the clock. But they got the card up to the ramp right there. All it's going to take is one good push, and they should be able to at least get it up the hill if not coasted in.
Yep, it's time to play a game. It's called the How Many Times Does Micah Need to Sack His Life to Push the Card Up and stop from rolling down. That's likely going to be his job here until the round ends. It's about to roll back down. He probably wants to top it for his team. Otherwise, we'll end up rolling back. It looks like it is for now. That's not good for Help, but they do need to build this Uber up. It's about 60-65 for both teams here as Exa is building up his signature level 3 gun.
He's trying to enforce her. It was one shot away when he goes down to stickies from Joey. Almost took that gun out. It was a sliver of health.
I really like the idea, but you need to combine it with your soldiers shooting rockets from window.
I feel like you'd be better off doing that from flank side too, rather than through tracks where you're so much easier to spam. And we've now gone through half the time. The card is still rolling back around the bend. Ubers are going to come out, but
they can't get the card.
Yeah.
Johnny does an excellent job stuffing that.
Gun. Meaning, but Emily running forward, can they get taken out by it? It will get spammed out.
There's the banner.
Yep, Caboose coming in from Red Room though. JJ has the banner, meaning they can't fight this.
Yeah, Caboose gets cleaned up on his retreat. A lot of players there for both teams. It's currently 66 as X is gone. Level 2 overlooking the cart right now. A minute and a half left as JJ goes behind, but can't find the kills. Now we see May posted up on the high ground. Needs to get some spam down. Heavy taking a lot of damage. Adam very low. If Adam dies here, it's so much health off the table. American and Micah gonna end up dying as Feeble gets backstabbed. AGB with a big kill, but gets on the hill. Caboose is forced deep. Caboose can win this.
Just cap it in. It's gonna be enough. The frag's coming through. Caboose staying alive, getting forward enough. And despite Fleeble going down, they have the numbers to take it with a minute left.
Yeah, and that's round 1 in favor of Somebody Help. This is their map pick. We saw them as well being dominant on Vigil last week, despite a couple of close rounds. So with that, you know, less than a minute left on the clock, it's close on paper, but it felt like Help did play better throughout that entire game. You know, we'll not talk about the 9-man back out, but other than that, everything was clean.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, could have been a little cleaner pushing last, but still had a minute left. That's a 6.5 minute time. Can't really ask for much more.
Yep. Definitely very solid across the board as logs up on your screen. Joey actually, I think this is the first time, I guess probably not because they won Ashville so hard, but he's now up in damage on May. Doesn't matter though, Timeless flipping the script. 520 DPM, 24 and 5. Nixie only 11 and 14, 200 DPM. Timeless, again, he's just a payload sniper. It's fine if he doesn't perform well in Koth, as long as they can win back-to-back maps here, which was their game plan, and Timeless can keep doing this. They're in good position.
Yeah, and I mean... AGB 6 and 14.
It's not a fun day. It's not a fun day for him.
2 of those kills are on the spy too.
Yeah, they are, which aren't very high impact, especially when it's on offensive spy who's going to die anyway. But yeah, AGB not having a good game. We saw him as well not be very impactful on Vigil last week. It might just be the map. Who knows? He did much better on Koth, which you would expect from a spy like him. But either way, that's going to be the 1-0. And a lot of great performers from Help there. It was a team performance as well across the board. They did so much work. Caboose even second fragging his team.
Yeah, I was going to point that out too. Really distinguished himself from Adam in that half. He's managed to get himself in position to get kills, especially on those second and last pushes. And I really like that second push. I mean, I think we were kind of seeing, right, that the way teams are preferring to push second effectively is go in for an early exchange, make sure you get their Uber, and then just dry push relentlessly until you get the card.
There's so many angles that help take advantage of when they push this, because after the Uber exchange happens, right, they go over hill with the usual classes. Heavy can go main tunnel. We saw a soldier go out main tunnel. Exa went out side tunnel with his scout, and they wrangled a mini sentry at the combo on the shack. That's so distracting when you're under pressure from that many angles at the same time. Second turns from this fortress to something that very easily falls over with the right amount of pressure.
Yeah, and I mean at this point, it takes only one more of these, and we could be ending this crazy season on CP Steel.
Ending on Steel after 6 Grand Finals maps.
Not only 6 Grand Finals maps, but the entire road we took to get here. All of those crazy Froggyland versus Help matches, everything going through the regular season, all those ups and downs, all those upsets.
How poetic would it be if, Timeless, American, May, Emily, the old Penguins core got their first invite championship on Steel?
Really, it would be on home territory for one thing.
Yeah, we do have to get there first, as Ready Up is through Vigil round 2. Can 4500 bring this one back, or are we going into Steel with a 2-0 for Help?
Would be a lot of momentum for them, and if 4500 is going to make them fight for it here, going to give them a lot of confidence going into Steel, and that can sometimes be more than enough to win a game on its own. So, lots writing on this half here as no crits for 4500 here. Joey's just going to get normal stickies down like a Chad. Doesn't need the bone. Actually, not going to put any stickies down.
Red doesn't want to pad his damage. Okay, he gets the flank.
Doesn't need them. Yeah.
Bets on this deading on a spy.
Like that puts 4 of them down, walks away, looks back at it, this can use one more.
Yeah, one more. Yeah, he picks up the ammo on his way back. The gun again from Demento is 4. We saw Demento get sniped out here. Really hope that doesn't happen again for them, because not having the gun immediately can be a very big threat. Look at where their combo is. I want to see if they're going to stay here. They're playing Log right now, which is a throwback to those of you who don't know. If you wanted to ever hold first on Vigil, you do it here. Looks like they're going to back out there with the majority of their combo. So just going to be the normal forward hold.
As they start moving up there, JJ puts in chat, so, Steel? Feeling like his team is throwing.
Free kill.
Joey finds him.
Oh my god, Sonny got rolled.
Yeah, that gun gonna end up getting that final kill credit, but he got deleted there. As Micah caught on fire, almost goes down. AGB finds May in the middle of the team and gets out.
Yeah, Wish gonna get traded by Caboose though, so it's kind of close on numbers, but Caboose sniped out by Nixie there. We have seen the past 4100, they're confident in holding on first as long as they physically can. They'll keep their players peek in the corner, they'll keep their gun far up, as long as they can get away with it. Last time Timeless broke this, but if Timeless isn't able to find the headshots, it's not gonna work too well. He is peeking now onto Nixie, neither hits the first shot though.
Yep, gonna be largely forcing back. Micah is in position behind. Gun going through. He's gonna decloak on it right away. Gets the sap down and starts to gun it. If he can get the gun earlier, it'd be huge, and he will.
Yep, gun goes down there. Demento gonna have to rebuild that one from scratch. Michael will end up dying for it, but if the gun's not there, you don't just to sap it. So Uber Exchange probably gonna come as fast as they want it to. Megan gonna pack Timeless, escorting his medic out of spawn with the help of the Pyro. So we'll see how fast they actually want to go out around this. Cart getting pushed on the first bend as they're prepping for it.
Yep, Caboose gonna get sniped out early though. No heavy's gonna be big, but they go for it anyway.
Still no gun.
Uber's coming through, no gun, but they don't even have the pressure to worry about that. Getting stuffed back down the hill, they'll take the Uber
Sonny's
out.
1v1ing Demento!
Finds him, he had mini crits
on
for moving the gun from spawn.
Fleeble gets backstabbed by AGB.
In the backstab, in the back, but look at where Jacob's gun is! It's behind!
Yeah, it's not able to actually do anything.
Free right there, so that gun's gonna do nothing. I mean, American and Timeless are dead, but Fleeble dying hurts too, but not having the gun there means that the dry pressure is totally possible.
In reality, that pick onto Fleeble is really big from AGB, because we saw in the past what helped do is they just dry pressure over and over again. You now have a much smaller window to do that, because Hyphen's going to be up on Uber much faster in comparison to when they could get buffs out before, so they're going to try it, but Caboose all alone on the cart gets shredded. American not going to have much luck either, as Wish does go down, but that's the only casualty they get on their side. Meanwhile, now 75% up, as Joey popped up and sniped. That's big!
Yeah, Jacob and Nixie going down as well. JJ taken out as well! All the kills going over flank side. I think it's a 4v4 right now, plus the gun. But
AGB with his 2k onto main Timeless, then he revolvers down. Fleeble at 1 HP, gets his kill stolen by Adam. Either way, AGB coming alive in this second round of Vigil. We'll see if they can keep doing it. That second really, already being held for a long time.
Good job for AGB to shake off that first half, reset the mental, come back in on this. And despite Micah being in alone with no Jacob, did he get the zap off on the gun? Jacob gonna get to upgrade it very soon as the push keeps going in, but all the frags in favor of 4500.
AGB again going for the med. AGB's decloaked on Fleeble with the help of his scout. They're going to try to kill Timeless. They do get onto Timeless, but Fleeble gets out alive. And all this pressure coming on, this is how you actually successfully defend second. If you let the offense set up onto you from multiple angles, you'll crumble. If you keep the aggression up and push them back every time you have a chance, that's how you extend these holds.
Yep, they clear the sticky traps off of Hill. Gonna start to walk up there right now. Interesting that we've only really seen Hill pushes. Caboose has gone tunnel sometimes, but no real combo side tunnel or tracks. Now I don't know if somebody helped.
Cart rolling back into the tunnel now. They're losing all that precious time that they got onto it with Caboose before. It isn't even Micah jumping around. Oh, he barely misses the stab onto the medic. That would have been game-changing here. In the meantime, it's just going to be an Uber exchange instead. Popped out here from the defense. 99 for Fleeble. Gonna get not. They don't want to pop here. Yeah, they are back immediately.
Questionable use from Hyphen there. Did not need to. The pressure wasn't there. Fleeble was not in a range where you really realistically be able to kill her or at least get the force out. So they just gifted full Uber out over to somebody help, and they're
Micah's
really
going to go on
Nixie
Nixie here. If he can get the stab onto Nixie, it'd be big. Nixie going to rotate out, though, and get seen. In the meantime, Uber popped out over the hill. Johnny going to go down, but the gun from Demento is doing a lot of work. Emily, skyboxed by the Wrangler.
Air, and Jacob finds Caboose next.
People's dead. They're wiped. That's a full wipe.
Into a wipe. Yeah, just, I guess you really needed Micah to just sap the gun there, not get the kill on Nixie.
He didn't get the kill on Nixie because he got seen out by the heavy. In the meantime, Jacob's gun is actually in such a smart spot. Whenever the gun is in the same spot over and over again, it's really easy to predict, where the domain needs to throw his stickies, where to look. But puts on the tracks instead. It distracts for so long. He gets two with the Wrangler, and then the damage comes flooding in. Another banner out here for the defense. 4-100. They're in prime position to extend this hold into unreachable territory.
Yeah, but Caboose and that is Sunny pushing from side, gonna get some pressure in. AGB caught out, so no more tuning there. They did lose Wish too, so it is currently about an 8v7 coming in.
Oh, the gun is gonna take down Caboose.
Air blast by American hits them all up the hill onto the low ground.
Big
Micah finds two. Now that they're down there, and I love that play. Hyphen sniped out. Here comes in
Nixie's
looking
dead.
for the cleanup. Nixie's not dead, but
He's
we'll
dead
get
now.
taken out shortly after. That pyro air blasting people onto the tracks is such a strong move.
Micah got the understab onto Joey Lemons, who walked on him from the porch. That's crucial there to get that domain pick when you may or may not get it in the end. But now, walking forward, a spawn camp would be game-saving here for somebody help. They are on the window, but Adam is here with fully rev minigun 450 heavy. It's very threatening.
JJ and Joey coming around from tracks. Unfortunately, somebody help was not forward enough to take that awesome forward hold they had on them before where they took the high ground, pushing into last, but they will get plenty of tracks presence. Deny everyone.
Nixie's
other
dead.
than JJ
Sunny in the
flank,
background got
Sniper,
two.
Yeah.
Pyro and Sniper. That
Joey's
was the
so
free
hit
Uber.
dead already. Uber coming in. Adams
This
is
is
to
free.
escape into spawn.
Hyphen's dead!
Yeah,
he got
Jacob.
pistoled by Emily and the Uber. Emily the massive chase down to get that meta pick, and that Uber turns into a free one for help.
Remember, they pushed 6.5 minutes last time, and JJ's gonna find Exa at spawn for getting knocked off the cliff right there. But they could potentially beat their last time here if they get it in one shot, despite being held on second for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and if there is a spy call coming from Micah that they are about 30% in the advantage, they might want to go as fast as possible. Remember, Demento's gun not going to be built up. I think he's building Inspire now. It's still level 1, 65%. They're going to need to try to get up as more counter espionage. I think it's a spawn camp again. Yeah, there's spy beef going on, and that one's going to keep going through the entire night.
But Timeless finds JJ. No banner, no flank pressure. Adam aggro on this flank. Going to be forced back by Timeless right there. And they are just waiting for this Uber.
JJ Dead is so
almost
big.
A 50% ad.
JJ Dead is so big because he's had banners for every push, and now there's no banner.
Oh,
good air
great
blast.
Air blast stocks him back. But Sunny gets him to spawn with a gun there.
The gun's there.
Prevent the spawn camp. Not going to prevent any of the aggression, though. The gun does go down. Wish gets taken out. Caboose has a forward angle here, but going to be spammed out from side.
Adam's dead.
Adam stab, great arrows onto Caboose. He's getting giga tanked here.
One more. Caboose is saved.
He's still alive.
He shows Joey. Caboose is alive for so much time.
Is so big here, and that's going to get them the kill.
They got, that's more like 640, what? 705? That's still better than the time that they held 4,500 for. So even after return to a disastrous second push, they're still in great position here to take the 2-0.
Yeah, that was one hell of a turnaround on to last. Jacob having his gun that far back into spawn, he was not able to deny them any of the ground.
It cheesed Sunny, but...
It cheesed Sunny, but Sunny even traded for it, too. So, like, that's not even the worst case scenario. Probably got some good damage off on the people around it, too. And then Caboose just absolutely got the Timmy tank right there and stayed in that corner like a bad bunger staying in like a bad fungus.
Okay.
Great on Gamma or Fleeble, excuse me, to keep him alive there, and
Yeah.
just great like situational play to make sure like, okay, my heavy here
If my
gonna
heavy
win me
stays
this
alive,
point.
we win the game.
Yeah.
And yeah, both parties there combined to make that happen. So again, 7-minute time, a lot of close predictions in chat, a lot of faith there in somebody help, give or take that second push going a bit better. They're still very good at Vigil, and they're showing it here. There's a reason why 2 times in a row when they've had their choice of payload maps, they're confident Vigil's the one. And now they have to only defend for 7 minutes, a feat we've already seen them do tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, if they do that, we're going into Steel in pretty quick time, all things considered.
Yep, still beneath 11 p.m. on the East Coast. We might have all 3 maps without the, well, now Monday Highlander. We'll have to see if that one shakes up through. In the meantime, now 4500, you got to make this push happen in less than 7 minutes. Otherwise, 3rd map coming through, and it's one that you didn't want.
Who's hiding on flank here? JJ gets backstabbed by the Sputus as
Funny Tomislav heavy.
such a good spot to hide in, too. If Joey and Wish now pushing up on flank, gotta be able to pick off Caboose now.
Yeah, same thing as last round.
Element of surprise lost on him, but good damage coming in from most of the players, gonna force them back as they will quietly back up to second.
And importantly, Sunny gets out with the banner this time, something we didn't see happen in that first round, but he did actually build up in time for the push off of the Uber exchange, so either way it's going to be a bit nice. AGB is in behind here, but does get rocketed down, so not going to be able to find anything. Micah trading in return, so no spies on the field for the next few seconds as this Uber exchange, it doesn't look like they're going as fast as they did in the previous round here.
Yep, taking some
big
tunnel.
pick.
Ooh, Nixie snipes a tunnel inside tunnel. Timeless, excuse me, inside
They're
tunnel.
going.
Yep, no sniper. They take it in
X
from
is
tracks
dead.
right there. The Brass Beast gets a flash. Johnny gets shredded. They will find Exa and the gun, I believe, but no one else. Caboose getting spammed here, not able
dead.
to dodge it. Too
Hi,
slow
ball,
on the Brass
JJ.
Beast, but American with the battalions in on cart gets so much damage. Hyphen will tap up on cart and will survive for now. But
And we
good
try to
items
chase
by
down
Sunny.
Hyphen.
And
Hyphen's
one
one.
chip shot is
Micah's
enough for
doing it. They're
Micah.
trying to get the kill. Hyphen 1 HP will end up
Micah gave it
alive.
up. Micah
Yeah.
could have gotten it with one more revolver shot, but cloaks away.
Yeah, they just, you don't want to give your life for it because it's still even Ubers, right? You're still in good position here if you are somebody help here, but they need to get out and try to defend this. Immediate cart
Tracks
push
push
coming
again.
out. Brass Beast blown out to the tracks, takes down Demento with help of the pyro, but piped down instantly. Joey reflect piped.
Ooh, big kills. Amanda, JJ's to be coming in over the hill.
Dead.
Gonna get taken out. Yeah, and it's just
Look
Johnny
at the
on
shutter though.
cart.
Adam holding so much space. Nixie decloaked on, getting stabbed. In the meantime, Cart not capped up quite yet. It's no 9-man back out, but they're staying alive. And Sunny a fadeaway onto Hyphen to give his med full Uber advantage. This defense is not done on second yet.
Yeah, really, really great repush. Adam, you said holding so much space, but none of the space mattered. No one was respawning. Everyone and somebody help was content to play the back of tracks and just focus on the cart. Adam, normally that space would be really good to hold, but in that specific scenario, just was not that useful.
And Cart now moving back was crucial for the defense as Uber is out. Good air blast from Johnny. Upside, but Heavens one gets cleaned up in the back by Micah. Perfect decloak with that revolver to take advantage of the
Jacob
damage.
has a mini behind them.
Yeah, and
Getting taken
Soldier's
out,
low.
reverse
Fleeble,
bomb
1
coming
HP.
in. Fleeble so low. Jacob, one shot or the spy. Gonna get a little bit of health back.
Is there a telly behind? How do you get there? I don't think there is.
I think he just walked over hill.
Yeah, the telly sapped, so there's no telly behind.
Oh, there
Either
was.
way,
Oh, okay.
that danger is now averted. Somebody help get to stabilize here once again. It's just AG being behind. What can he find? Goes and is facing the medic, not gonna find anything.
Wish trying to get some car push. I think to get the touch off, but Caboose doing tons
Caboose is
of damage
gonna
down.
die.
Onto the med, beam on him. Oh, the roller gets in his face. American,
Look at American!
dropping down, going to assassinate.
Oh,
Joey,
so much
tons of fire
damage.
on everyone else. Yeah.
Yep, JJ going down to Emily in the meantime as now Revenge crits do a lot of work, but Micah another stab onto Nixie. They're stacking Cart, and it is going to be successful. Second capped up. 3:45 left on the clock. Very good time made for somebody help here. Not without outside of their own possibility for 4,100, but Fleeble now up on full Uber with X's gun building.
Yep, that is 3 minutes off the clock, essentially, from second, which is a little bit less than we're used to seeing from them, honestly. But
Heavy
they
on
are
the
in
corner.
onto third. Yeah, bomb coming in
Good
right
flash.
as the Uber gets forced out. Saves
Oh, good
Adam.
flashes.
Flashes back in exchange from Fleeble American, stuffing them all the way back out. No pressure remains in for 4,500. They're content. They're going to have to be content with the Uber exchange and kills onto Micah and Sunny in post.
I cannot understate how good of a job that was by Fleeble. Off of that Uber pop, there was so much damage onto the combo of Somebody Help. 4 players with low HP. She saves every single one of them. In the meantime, the repush coming in. Emily goes down. AGB dies for the gun sap. Will help the team get that one. And the repush works out for 4,500 here. Gonna get the cap up with a times 4 onto third. 2 minutes, 50 seconds for a last push. This is very, very doable as we're into the first pause. Let's go!
Woo! Yeah, wouldn't be these two teams playing without a pause. Do you know what it's time for, right, Zag?
What's the time for? Duck hunting?
Duck hunt.
Okay, we can hold that one if this was a bit longer. I want to talk real quick about the situation we're in, right? 250 left on the clock, right, for 400. Last week, we saw countless last pushes get taken in 1-2 in favor of 4,500 here. They have definitely enough time from what we've seen from them, and I'd even say they're favored from this situation. As long as nothing disastrous happens for them, and they're actually able to maintain that like last prowess we've seen, they're probably going to even us up here.
Yeah, I mean, 3 minutes is the time you'd imagine they'd be able to push in. Again, as you said, yeah, their last were probably their best part of their offense last week. So things looking good for them right here. Again, there was about 250 left on the clock when this pause went through. I mean, what are our Ubers at? Slight ad for Hyphen, nothing really pushable.
Not gonna matter.
Yeah, but again, I mean, all it takes is them getting one really good push in, and we're going to half 3.
Let's see how that one shakes out. In the meantime, all players respawning. What's the gun status for Exa? Looks like not even close to build yet. He's going to be building that one up. I love the new meta where we see a ton of engineers running the Frontier Justice because they're like, Rescue Ranger, it's nerfed. It doesn't really help me that much anyway. Might as well just get the Frontier Justice when my gun dies. I just go ham with the crit damage, so.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I've got 5 already, just so you know.
5 ducks? Oh, there's only 4.
No, yeah, I talked to Tech. He's in chat running. There's actually 9 ducks.
There's 9 ducks at a time?
Yes, there's 1 for each class. So each class always has a duck in. I found 7 by now, and there's 4 of each.
I see the soldier duck in last.
There's 2 in blue spawn, I believe. Yeah, there's 1. There's there 3 in blue spawn. Yeah, there's 3 in blue spawn. So there's a spy duck right where blue spawns on the left side. No, the first spawn. Dolphin. So you.
I found the pyro duck.
Yeah, the pyro is that's in the
blue
forward, right?
Yeah.
Blue first spawn, Dolphin, all the way back to first.
Oh, there's the heavy.
Yep. So there's the heavy in the box. The medic is underneath the truck. I just learned about this spawn right here.
The spy in the cabinet.
And then the spy is in the cabinet. If you go, the sniper is up top on first. Like on flank side, all the way on top of the building. Right, so that's 4 with the sniper. Then you go into Jenkins, the flank, pushing into second. And there's a scout duck in on the side.
There's a scout duck.
5, I thought, where did I find 6?
There's a soldier duck in, defensive right, last point. The little coffee room. There's a soldier duck on the coffee chair.
Right, yeah. Okay.
What kind of rat?
Wait, where so? Oh, yeah. So, red flank, Dolphin. I think we had one there recently.
On last.
Yeah.
On
last. There's
one in the
there.
coffee maker room.
There's also one, there's another one in last I had seen before, and I'm losing where it was. There's too many. I think that one's gone. I just seen it. What are we at? We're at 6?
Yeah, I think 6.
And then
pause. There's the
has
to wait.
Yeah, there's a pyro in blue spawn and a demo right beneath the forward spawn. So that's 8.
Sack in over the top of an explosive class. They want to get whatever they can here, and they're going to get Caboose and Timeless. A lot of damage being dealt, but Joey JJ will go down. Not big enough kills to actually maintain the forward pressure here, but Sacks nonetheless. Now both meds up on 80%. I'm going to HUD reload here.
Oh, yep, that's a good idea right here.
2.5 minutes left on the clock. Both meds have full Uber charge right now. We'll have to see where they want to take this one in. Probably going to be from the side. Micah calling this one out, is cloaked on where they want to go. He could go for a pick here. Would be big, gets bumped, but they don't quite see him. They're now setting up for their push. They want to go all the way right side as Demolin posturing up. They want some buffs too. Cart, no one on it right now, but the Uber about to pop off.
Yep, Joey coming in through main with that Uber. Gonna have to see no frags to be found yet. Johnny hit low. He's gonna be the first one going down. Micah picks him off, but that is it. Nothing to be found with that. So not the best Uber you could have hoped for, as they are now down to under 2 minutes, but lots of pressure coming from everyone.
Yeah, Nixie's in Red Room 2, Sniper Sightline being a big deal, but Timeless picks off Joey. Soldier, Skybox, big rocket from JJ, takes down Fleeble, goes down on the other side, but that pick is massive for his team. Hyphen stays alive, which means they're going to have about 35% Uber, maybe more by the time they get people charging again. This is the window they need. A minute and a half on the clock, though. No more mistakes are possible for 4,500 if they want to extend Vigil.
Yeah, really cannot let Hyphen go down here or anything. Just coming up is that happened just now. That might have been attack pause.
We'll have to see, but in the meantime, still a minute 10 on the clock.
But yeah, a minute 10. Hyphen coming up on this Uber though.
It's a bad death for Micah.
Yeah, no calls on where it's going to be going.
Yep, 80% for Hyphen, only 20 for Fleeble. They will not have until very late in the overtime if they can even hold out that long. Cart is moving back though. They're gaining time just by ignoring the cart here. It's moving backwards. It's Uber about to come through Red Room.
Super early pop.
And
Crazy
Sticky Trap.
Giants dropped in it as well. The sap will come through on the gun, but Micah waiting, gonna find Joey.
Joey's
That's such a big pick. What a cheesy play from Micah, but it works out. Amanda, JJ goes down.
Look at Adam
car pressure right now.
Adam's in the heavy spot.
Adam's forward, but look at Caboose.
Caboose is flanking the front
from behind. Gonna find them all. And
30 seconds on the clock.
At least a hat trick for Caboose. Joey back in from a telly though. That telly's giving them really
Demo v
fast
Demo
respawns.
is
really
big here. Both demos are alive. Respawners up, a wave for somebody help in 4 seconds. AGB looking for a med pick. He gets turned on, finds the demo. That's even bigger at this juncture.
He gets exit too. How did that happen? But there is American in on cart gonna go down, and that is gonna be in 10 seconds. Mike is stalling it for as long as he can, but it's not enough.
AGB won that round for his team.
At 98% on cart there. If she's alive and Micah gets that kill and stalls, they might have been able to salvage that.
The entire difference was made by AGB there. Fleeble turned around and saw AGB. AGB's like, I can't get the medic. Next best thing, go for the demo man. He picks the demo. He then walks up. X doesn't turn either. Gets the engineer. Fleeble has no one to heal. 98% death. If either of those players don't get stabbed, Fleeble gets Uber in time. That is crazy. AGB only 11 kills, but the two most important ones of the round.
Yeah, again, as we said, did a good job shaking off that first half trauma he went through, and is now really showing up big right here in the second half. And as you said, basically got them the half.
The most important decloak of these two's matchups back-to-back ends up happening here as we're 1-1 on Vigil. Now this could go either way. We've seen last week was 1-1 on Vigil. Again, we're running it back. If Sunny Help wins this one, we're mirroring all the way to the end. If not, 400, they end things here and become grand champions. We'll have to see what happens. In the meantime, locks up on your screen. Demento Engineer top frag.
Yeah, you mentioned all those unconventional gun spots really working out. Clearly just, catching people by surprise a little bit when the gun's not exactly where you're used to.
That's so strange for the engineer top frag. Although it is Demento, so he knows how to get the kills when it comes down to it. On the other side, though, Micah actually top fragging for help, doing tons of work. And it's not because his team's doing bad, Emily 16, Sunny 15, Caboose 13, May 11. Like, they're getting tons of kills. Micah's having tons of impact. Although, again, with the spy, quality, not quantity, so AGB definitely having his own impact as well.
Oh, Zag, I'm thinking a bit of a diffy in the sniffy here.
Yeah, Timeless not having a good half this time.
Oh, that's rough.
15 deaths. His frags were doubled by Nixie. It's a reverse of what happened last round. Last time we saw Timeless doubling Nixie's, now it's vice versa. Whichever sniper not able to play, they lose. Highlander's a sniper game mode.
Yeah, and I want you to know that I am mauling trying to find this last duck.
Yeah, they're gonna reset. You have limited time.
They're ready up. Yeah, I'm really trying to find them. I got 8.
Yeah, some players doing a reconnect, probably to fix the lag issues that caused the pause in the middle of that round. Hopefully we're gonna get back soon for the ready up and the conclusion of Vigil and potentially the season. Yeah, it's must win. It's must win for help.
Yeah, when they're up 1-0, it's like, okay, they can lose a round, but they no longer have that cushion. We are on season point potentially for 4,500 should they come back and take this half.
Yep, everything needs to go right. You got to win this round if you are help. 4,500 though, they're playing with a bit of house money right now. If they win this one, season's over. If not, they got one more chance.
And I've got, well, actually, Dolphin hasn't given us the ready up notice yet, so I've got at least a minute to find this last doc.
I'm going to take the time to welcome out all the people coming in from hosts to the RGL Invite Season 12 Grand Finals Bracket Reset. We've been here for a couple hours at this point. These two teams have not been able to separate themselves for 2 weeks and 5 maps up to this point. Winner going to be taking it all here tonight. The grand title, first place medal, and the bulk of the prize pool. And yeah, more than halfway through Vigil, everything comes down to the last 3 potential rounds of the season. Only 3 rounds maximum left 4, I guess. Yeah, 4, because still could go 3. Season's almost done, coming down to the wire.
Such a responsible caster, welcoming in our viewers while I'm scrolling.
I look over and the viewer count broke 900. I'm like, must have gotten hosted.
Very
I did hear
good,
that the LAN just ended, so yeah, welcome all of you from the Insomnia cast that went on. Hope those guys did a great job entertaining you. Hope you watched some good TF2 today.
Yeah, because we certainly won't be entertaining, as all I care about is ducks.
Yeah, all you care is the ducks.
Dude, where is it? I've looked everywhere.
This is the longest halftime break we've seen, I think, in both series so far.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, taking a lot of time here to talk about what needs to happen. Again, it's do or die for help. It's, win season's over 4,500. All the stakes on this round coming up.
Yeah, and again, if you are just joining us, as Dak said, these two teams have played each other really, really closely. It has been, however, somebody helped pulling out just ahead on the stopwatch maps, 4,500 taking the costs pretty quickly, but as is the RGL format, if a team so desires, they can always force double stopwatch, 1 Koth. Somebody help has done just that, meaning that, again, they are sitting on a 1-1 on Vigil with their season on the line, as it was last week, came up big to win at that time, went on to win map 3, and clearly hoping to do the same thing here, and take the season for realsies this time.
Yeah, well, we have a moment because we still haven't gotten that 1 minute ready up warning. Although I wanted to let you know that Vanilla Love has messaged me. He told you to say hi.
Yeah, he did message me too, but shall not be repeated what he sent me.
Okay, well,
despite how handsome, talented, and charismatic my good friend Vanilla Love is, but yeah, sorry about that one, buddy. Not tonight. As we did see one of the teams running up before. Not sure if that's still in effect. And 45 seconds until we're live. So, Zach, putting the pressure on. Who's winning and who's the MVP of the round?
I gotta go with help, man. This is the exact same thing that happened last week. I'm feeling it. They have more consistent players. When pop-offs happen, they happen. But in the end, I feel like it's gonna be help taking this one. Look at Sunny to be a big impact player, as always, on payload. And I feel like Timeless is coming back. We've seen him, be a bit hot and cold, but I feel like he has the consistency to get things going again.
I am going to play the villain. I'm going to say 4,500 takes this. And I think it's going to be JJ that comes up big. He has been uncharacteristically quiet the entirety of Grand so far. And I think he's going to turn on the afterburners in this one and doesn't want to go to steal, even though it would be a good thing for his numbers, most likely.
Yep, all the marbles down, all the chips on the table for this last round of Vigil Half. Going to be starting out on defense, 4,500 on offense. Can they repeat that sub 7-minute push that they just had? We'll have to see.
Oh, Zach, all my ducks are gone. I had them all
gone.
I had them all in a row.
Not the marbles out, it's the ducks out.
Well, that's a new spawn. The medic duck is like in the yard outside of blue spawn. If you remember, it was under the truck last time. If you keep going out there, it's in the corner. That's got to be one of the hardest ones to find if you're not in spec cam. You'd have to get up on the truck in spawn to find it.
Oh, I see it. The medic duck, very far out there. The spy duck's in the same place though. He didn't want to move.
Oh yeah, he is. Yeah, heavy duck is gone though, somewhere else.
Yep, as 10 seconds until the gates drop on the final round of Vigil of the season. We've seen this map. I think this is the most played map of the season, actually. This doesn't help.
I'd say so. Probably, it's pretty likely.
Yep, curtains rising on the final act of Vigil as Timeless killed out of the gate. Nix to get in the one-up in the round.
Defensive sniper going down though. That means they can get forward here. Maybe, apply some pressure, cause maybe a misplay to happen that might not have otherwise. So, gotta watch out for that one.
Yep, Caboose up with a Tomislav once again. Free kill into JJ. Ooh, trades actually, though. Not gonna be a big deal. He's died anyway every time he's tried to do this. As AGB whips the backstab onto May, but Revolver's out. Can't get the kill. Sunny will end up dying in the meantime. Trades for Nixie, though. That's a good one to help his team relieve some of the pressure. As nothing too crazy has happened. Gonna capped up. Joey Lemons dies to a Revolver from Micah. Is Micah alive? Yeah, he gets out with it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, good kill by Micah to get that and survive because defense spot on.
Reflect, totally. Yeah. May would have died if not for that.
Yeah, but JJ, does he get the card? He does, just in time.
Just in time.
And Halbus are about to run out. But yeah, having your defensive spy alive on second is so important because it can give you those calls, let you know where they're going. All you have to do is stay cloak and daggered in the back, and you can see if they're going to go hill, they're going to go tracks, or they're going to go side.
They are hunting him. They're shooting so many explosives at Micah here, but he stays alive with half his HP, so he's going to be able to keep getting those calls. And AGB in the meantime, though, in the back line. Likely wants to go
JJ
for a
almost
stab or a
just bumped
stab.
him. Yeah, really going to try to have to find something here, as Hyphen does have Uber. Looks like they're going into tunnel with it for now.
Hyphen's staying there. They're going to pop out a tunnel.
Yep, Wish going in super aggro here. Gonna use the long Uber to get behind. Gets right in on Timeless and takes him out. Right in front of the spawn. Finds exit 2. Plus forwards into the team. Finds 2 key backline players. The scout Uber works out. Johnny gonna be taken out. So even numbers right now. But AGB in and JJ coming in over the top. Finds American and Fleeble.
Hyphen's dead. So many kills. Cleanup crew coming in. Sunny,
really
Emily, Micah doing so much work. Caboose is still alive as well. And they're going to get cleanup onto the cart. Emily versus Wish here. 1v1. Going to win with the help of Micah's revolver. Crucial pickups coming up for help here as they're going to stabilize for now. Hyphen does have the faster spawn though, so 10% ad going to be coming forward for 4,500. But if help can stabilize here, it would be crucial.
Yeah, they really need this to get stabilized.
Look at Caboose. He's in a surprise spot. If he could find a demo pick, and he picks, he finds Hyphen! He's gonna try to go to the cart, doesn't get onto the cart in time, but he does buy his med. Full Uber ad coming forward. Second capped up in 220. That's a very fast time, but silver lining, they got the medic.
Yeah, we'll give them an ad playing into third defense, but this is the fastest second push so far for 4,500, and that's gonna give them a lot of confidence moving into third.
Yep, Timeless full buff posting up. He needs to find some big picks here to buy his team some more time. 220 is not what you need going through second here if you want to give yourself a very good shot at taking the round. You need to hold something somewhere because last has not been your strong suit. You got to get something done here on third.
Yeah, and I mean with this Uber dis ad, it's going to be hard to get anything right away, but it's not too much time to wait and just build it out. So Wish getting cart pretty far up, right around the bend right here, getting it close up to it, and Nixie finds Emily. No scout, going to be really big for a potential post Uber here.
Oh, he jumps away from it.
Cart's almost up for free. They do manage to reset it right there, but Joey on it has it pushed up again. They crest it up with no Uber needed whatsoever.
Yeah, and Timeless is dead. There's no pressure on the angle at all. Now they're going to pop it. He gets air busted off. This Uber's wasted. For somebody help, they don't get the contest, and they pop it.
Hyphen doesn't have to use either.
That's so bad for somebody help to waste it, drop players, and not get the contest. All of a sudden, they're firmly on the back foot here as Hyphen and 4,500 are going to try to snowball this one all the way.
320 through third. That is about as fast as you can ask for coming out of 4,500. Backs against, well, not backs against the wall, really, as they can still go to steal.
Yeah, they're fine.
Really
they're playing with house money right now.
Yeah, they really don't want to go to steal, though.
Yeah, and they're in firm position to get a very good time here. Now taking this Uber advantage all the way through right side, called out by Sunny here. They're going to turn to look at them, but there needs to be a deny from somebody. Not in position is the Pyro, so Sticky's going all the way to spawn. AGP help gets the kill into the gun, but goes down for it. Wish is well dead as Pyro taken into spawn. He's spawn camping them. Johnny picks up Emily and May. That's Scout Demo. There's so many classes dead from both sides.
Uber's
Sunny
used out
fires
from
back.
Fleeble,
Sunny got two.
Yeah, but there's only 5 alive right here. They managed to get some kills back, but with the faster respawns on blue, this could get messy if they don't stabilize this quickly.
Sunny getting Hyphen buys him some time. There's no buffs going out just yet, so Help will have a bit of time to rebuild, stabilize. X's gun going back up on the crate, level 1 for now. It looks like they don't want to go in off this. They're going to back up and build the Uber again. There's so much time here for 400 to use and still get a good time. They just need to play their cards right.
No pressure either. Sticky's right on the wall. You're going to debt, and Adam gets taken out because of them. Big bomb, though, out of JJ. Gonna not actually find any kills there, but there is AGB coming in onto Timeless. X is gonna get the engineer v engineer kill with that glow stick as pause number 2.
Tac pause question mark? Who knows? A lot of time left for 400 to push and still get a very good time. Both teams have, what is this, 5 alive right now? Yeah, both teams are 5 up. A lot of spawn's gonna come in soon, although my HUD is gonna, fast forward the spawn timers a bit. Either way, both meds 60%. Still have some time before the Ubers are up, but pressure being put up by 400 nonstop.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we like to see from them. It has been relentless. There's been no time for 45 or somebody helping me to find that kind of stabilize that they're looking for. Because we've mentioned it all throughout them. It feels like we've been casting them for most of playoffs. They're a team that plays a little bit more like inertia based than other teams. When they get momentum, they're super fast, but they're slow to get it, but they're also slow to give it. So when they're unable to play that slower, more controlled game that they like, this is exactly what happens. You see just the aggression coming out from 4,500, catching them off guard. They're never able to get their, 9-man defense set up, and it's kind of failing them at the worst potential time.
Yeah, I want to point out that we've mentioned that Somebody Help has had problems on defense of Vigil, most notably on last. They've had a couple questionable backouts of third, but all those are within their game plan. You know, they're doing that on purpose. They have plans for when to back out of second and third, and last, admittedly, has been a weak point. That throw they did on third, where they dropped half their players, popped Uber and Cart, and didn't contest, that's the worst thing we've seen them do. And yeah, we are back from the pause.
Yep, as gonna have to see what 4500 chooses to do next. They have enough time that they can wait, build this. There is no pressure forcing them to, maybe bleed in as some other teams may.
Yep, AGB likely going to tap the cart here. The second's about to move back. Doesn't want to go for it instead, going to go for a pick. If he could find a sap here with a jump from his team, would be pretty big, as he does go for it. Doesn't get it, actually, but the gun does go down to a sticky bomb anyway, as Uber's now popped out on the cart, pound for pound. Johnny AGB do go down at the start, so numbers add in favor of the defense and help. They do get a kill on back against Nixie. That's big to open up the SPS advantage for Timeless.
They will, however, lose Sunny and Micah right there. So no defensive soldier means less pressure on flank, no possibility for a banner, and no spy means no comms if they choose to get freaky with it on a dry. But AGB finding Timeless means that a dry push may be in their future.
Yep, although that said, X has gone back up to level 2 with no spy to sap it. It's going to do a number on the sticky bomb count for Joey Lemons. He shoots 4 at it, reflected 5. Now bombing into the soldier.
Coming in.
Revenge crits don't land, and he takes the count to Exa.
Nay, Exa goes all down. That's a lot of the combo. Sunny's getting some good damage in here. But they catch AGB out, no backstabs, and that's going to mean that Timeless stays alive.
Which is one dead.
Enough damage off onto, I think he landed a body shot, onto which they're Hyphen. Micah finds him in the backline.
Yeah, Hyphen is dead again. Yep, they don't get anything they need there to keep that last pressure going, and Fleeble now up on 100% Uber. It was not attack pause. They're still going forward on the defense for now. Hyphen has to build this one up from scratch. Excess gun again. Gonna go for the third time. AGB trying for another pick. He's discovered they can't get the pick this time, and Help have stabilized.
Yeah, I mean, Joey gonna try to sack in and get caught out in the sky. Jacob next. That card's still rolling back. Adam and JJ in as well. Nothing to be found, other than a gun and a dispenser.
Yep, Emily, big cleanup, 5k now for the Scout of Help. This is the only point where Scout can really go crazy as that cleanup crew class. This Vigil last, Emily needs to do it as well. Micah, unfortunately, can't get the telly and gets killed for his trouble, so that's going to be a bad thing for calming for his team going forward. Hyphen now up 75%. The time is now stretching just ever so further into being reasonable for Help.
Yeah, I mean, if we saw one of those, classic offenses coming in from 4500, we're probably over already, and we're looking at a 4.5, maybe 5 minute time. But the Ubers are going to be exchanged out through
no gun sap, it's not going to die.
Yep, no gun sap. It's pretty low, but X likely going to be able to get in and heal it up. Oh,
it's so
AGB
deep.
coming in though, unable to get it. I thought I heard the sound, but it's a little too high up on that dispenser. Goes down, no NG pick. That Uber, just less time, or more time, off the clock. For Somebody Help.
Wish running in alone in the flank gets cleaned up. Emily now with her 7th kill of the last defense. AGB is back and ready to try again. What is he going to go for here? There's a window he can see who's looking at, but Exa, he doesn't see him. Backstab onto Caboose. That's a decent opener, but they're going to have to dry off it. They have no Uber.
Yeah, I mean, slight disadvantage, but Nixie onto Timeless, right? If that banner came out a half second earlier, he doesn't get headshot and probably lives. Adam in though, not going to be able to take out Emmy with the help of that banner, already saving a life. Stalled the pressure. Nixie and Bigfoot.
Fleeble's 98%. Finally gets the Uber in time to save some players.
In on Caboose and Emily. They're going to stop the card from going up. That's so big that it rolls back down. They got on that just in time.
Hyphen has now. They're going to pop back in through the doorway. Level 1 from Exa takes a bit of damage, but will end up going down. Joey taking the Uber into the spawn. It's a last second sack for Help here. Bomb onto the cart from Sunny. Does damage. Doesn't get too much.
So much damage from Sunny though.
Doing the damage.
American and made it clean up. Timeless body blocking it.
It's over.
And it's gonna get capped.
9
minutes.
That turned from the most disastrous defense of Vigil to the best defense of Vigil in 1 point. That's how fast this map can change tones.
Somebody help just sacrifice their second and third pushes for a good last hold.
Yeah, clearly. If we can't be good at second and last, we'll be bad at second and good at last, you know? It's that easy. As now 9 minutes. This is the best chance, this is the best defensive time that's been forth on Vigil, I think, in every single match, no? Maybe it was a 10-minute?
They put it, we saw them hard hold Froggy last.
Yeah, we saw them hard hold last, yeah. Other than that,
And I think we did see a 10-minute in the first grand finals.
Yeah, very impressive performance to bring that one back from the brink of being disastrous, and now Help, they have 9 minutes. They've never pushed in more than 9 minutes, so, you know, all the signs point to them actually closing out Vigil here. They still have to do it, though. They've proven they can in the past, but it all comes down to this. They said that pressure is what they wanted. Will they rise or will they fall?
Yeah, it's going to be all on them right here. I mean, they control their own destiny. If you can't push 9 minutes here, you can't have any complaints about your season coming to an end.
Yep, that's definitely the truth here. They have one chance, 9 minutes. Can they extend this to steal? Gate's about to drop. How's the offense going to go for somebody Help?
Out of spawn, no aggro stickies on the spawn door. Caboose checking. Sees gonna see some of them on flank, most likely. No, walks past them, actually.
Poor Johnny.
Caboose is on shotgun right now.
I like it.
He's 80, but he can't heal up here, actually. He's really forced to have to go back on card to heal up. You chip people with that shotgun. Tons of frags going on right now, but I'm too busy looking at the shotgun.
Yeah, they're still 3xing the cart on offense here, so no harm, no foul. As AGB goes for the cart, I think they know he's there. He's just going to cloak out. If he dies, it'd be pretty bad. He jukes, he dips and dodges, he's dead. Emily going to find him out, so no defensive spy to call anything here. That's a pretty bad death for AGB, but not going to be the end of the world, as now second going to start up.
I'm going to have to say that AGB probably couldn't dodge a wrench in this case, so likely couldn't dodge a ball either. As
Engineer throwable wrench one.
But, up in the corner,
big
gonna
kill.
drop Emily, was looking for that, didn't get checked out by American. They're still gonna go in with it. American goes soaring into this Uber, will escape out through side tunnel. Fleeble a little forward, gonna have to dip into Jenkins.
Wish is dead.
She's gonna die, but yeah, Wish gonna find the end of Timeless
Good
battle
air
and
blast
finds
from American.
Joey as well. That's such a big pick. Nixie's gonna answer back onto Timeless, but the damage may already be done. Micah able to get Hyphen while he's on fire. That's why we don't run the Spicycle, kids. No medic this gun on cart though, doing some good work, but Jacob nowhere near to defend. It's gonna get double piped, and AGB forced out through trash.
Oh, they don't know. They bought disguise. They bought disguise. Free pick. Good acting there from AGB. Disguise is the engineer. That's a very easy one to get away with in that place. So that's a pick, but that's silver lining. That's second capped up in 1minute 40 seconds. That's the fastest time through 2 we've seen.
Less than 1:40 even, closer to 1:35. Yeah, as they have the time. Somebody else saying, no, we don't even need it. Speed run this.
Yep. Adam gonna get forward on brackets. Very good position for Heavy to be in. Micah gonna get bump tested back up and get some space. He is alive for now, as fake call from Hyphen 45% was Fleeble has 100, and an SBS win for Timeless is gonna open the floodgates here with this Uber ad.
Yep, JJ down as well. No potential for that banner.
Wish headshot. He's run.
Brackets. Split up AGB. Adam already dead. No gun from Jacob. Wish or Emily, excuse me, going too deep. Gonna get killed by Johnny, but we are seeing a speed run here.
Yep, revenge crits right now for Demento. He's debating. He does not want to go out there, giving up third. It has to be a 6.5 last-minute hold for 4,500.
That was a 2:27 push through third.
Fast there again. They went from the worst defense to beating the best offense. It's such a flip-flop here from somebody Help in their favor. They're doing so good on Vigil. Again, shining where it counts. The pressure was what they needed. They still have one more point to get through, but with over 6 minutes, it's hard to bet against them.
That said, took 6 minutes for 4,500 to push last year, so all they need to do is match that time, and they'll find themselves running it down to a couple of seconds difference. Right here, Exa building level 3 up on tracks.
Yep, this is the Exa special, offensive level 3. It buys so much time and distraction for your team on the desperation pushes, cart getting edged ever so closer, and it's a forward hold for 4,500 here. They have their heavy positioned in red around the corner.
Gun was spotted by JJ. They do know that this level 1.
Yep, in the meantime now, both meds have built up to 100% Uber. Yep, they're going to take this one through. Even Uber exchange out through the front. Sap not able to get put on the gun, but the gun goes down anyway in the end of it. Caboose will die for it, but that's a trade you're willing to take to make that engineer reset his gun. No one else important dying in the Uber, and now Timeless losing the SBS in post. American getting sniped as well should put the cap on this pressure for now.
Yep, all the kills going over in favor of 4,500 right there. I'm still in amazement that Caboose spent the first 4 seconds of that Uber walking on Joey's head.
He got on the health pack, so May going down means no dry pressure available. Likely going to wait for the full Uber charge here for somebody Help. Both meds on 50%. They have, what, 4 or 5 more tries? Probably closer to 4 with all the staging time to make Uber v Uber happen. If it needs to go well one of these times, otherwise you're going to be getting down to desperation territory. So again, for Fleeble, building quite a bit better, 20% ad.
Yeah, as that may be useful if they're aware of it. That's always the question, though.
Micah's not calling it. He's in the back, so he's not calling it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they are. They are getting aggro in Red Room, but Fleeble not hit them? No, she ran back to
drop
spawn.
both of your
Who's
players!
sacking?
Oh, that's a sack. Okay, I saw Flubel there. That's a sack. Okay, they wanted to see if they could get any big kills or an Uber force, right? You want to beat the Uber force? Hyphen didn't have Uber. I don't think that was accounted for. Micah decloaking.
Coming in, he's gonna find. Nope, he's not gonna find anything. Yeah, I think they helped Hyphen would have Uber there 2-4, but that's a play you can make with 4.5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, definitely. You can make things work. Timeless though, very aggressive. Might burn out if he doesn't get any heals or an extinguish. Gets an arrow just in time, so we'll be fine for now. We're looking at Timeless here to be a big factor in this push. This peek from doorway is so big for the sniper as Uber exchange comes out through Red Room once again. They are just get off. Micah gets counter espionage in the meantime, and with no spy, that's no gun sap. Timeless losing another SPS as the whole
JJ too.
Yeah, once again, hold repelled with the banner coming out.
X has now got the level 2 though in on flank. Cart getting slowly pushed at that those little pipes in the ground is kind of like the anything past this, you know, you risk getting shot by that gun.
Enforcer,
so.
I love it. Now only Enforcer is Micah trying to spam it from the window like you said would be good. 1 HP on the gun, he will take it out. Very good adaptation from Micah there to give his team an advantage pushing forward. Both meds up on 60% and Engineer has to rebuild. Exa now with the level 3 up on the roof.
Yep, yeah, that's gonna stop any potential, you know, flanks coming in from.
They're fast. They don't even have Uber.
From the flank, yeah. They're only at 75 there. People need to be careful. Death here would start to put the time into an area where you're worried about.
The SPS is dominating right now for Nixie. Timeless cannot find any way in.
They can play as wide as they want. Nixie scoping into Big. They're gonna find Emily too. They're just up on Uber. Are they still gonna go with the exchange?
They can't without a scout, without a soldier. There's too many players down. Gonna back up as AGB in the backline is gonna call this for his team. They know they have a bit more time, a bit more space to work. Gets his knife melted, so they know he's there, but gonna be able to escape for now. Oh, they're chasing him. They didn't find him.
Yep, not gonna find him. Oh, but I think American just found out about where that gun is. Or not American, Johnny, excuse me, as gets chased back. But that level, Jacob's gun is only at a level 2 right now. Gonna get up to 3 now.
They're gonna go off that. They're already positioned. They want to go immediately with that scout pick. Uber coming out from high ground here. Gun getting focused down. 1, 2, 3. Sticky's not able to take it. No sap is disastrous. Finally goes down, but May is stuck in enemy territory. Sunny gonna jump in to try and help him, but they're going down. May, Sunny all dead. Johnny will get killed in return by the Caboose Scout. X's gun.
Good punch into level 3's
X's gun is up. That's big.
Providing so much pressure. The Wrangler coming out versus the banner from JJ. The banner
it doesn't
wins
get
that.
up.
Cart not up the hill.
Fleeble ran down by AGB. 1v1. Fleeble's dead, AGB hits the shots, and that's a medic pick to give his med 50% Uber add. All of a sudden, things are getting close. Cart up to the hill, but 2 minutes left.
That banner coming in from JJ was huge. Rexo might have been able to find a kill with that Wrangler had it not been up. That probably changes the tide of that battle. I mean, Cart almost made it up the hill. It is at the bottom. There's still 145. So it's still entirely doable for somebody to help, but they're, you know, how much time do they have? 6.5 minutes?
Yeah, it's already been 5. It's already been 5 minutes. They don't have Uber here. It's going to be 50% for Fleeble, so they should probably go for drive pressure, try to do something, but Timeless is getting dominated. Nixie holding tall on this last point. He's been a key driving force. Nixie is saving his team so much pressure right now, doing so much work.
Car rolling back. Might go nowhere near to touch it. I mean, only 60%, so they'll have time to respawn, but yeah, Micah finds Wish. Might like to go for the gun from that flank area next. Even though Cart now back.
He can't get it. The Sticky's on it. He'd lose his life for it. It's not worth it at this point because it's already moving backwards. So now level 3 gun up for the defense once again. Demento's kept this thing alive as Uber's coming in. Will he keep it alive once again? Looks like it's gonna die here. One more Sticky goes down.
Yep, that Enforcer did 80% of
Johnny's
damage
dead.
there. As Emmy super deep. Back by the spawn, Mike is gonna get caught out. That intentionally.
Hyphen's dead, no heals, but Flee's dead too.
Big, yeah, Meds trade. You're gonna have to see who that affects.
6v6.
Adam's so low on Cart. He's gonna get lit on fire. He's gonna burn. Massive detonator from American. Take that heavy out.
Coming up the hill.
Cart crested the ramp. This might be it. Caboose goes down though. American too deep.
Off it. They're getting on it. 24 seconds. One up. It's just JJ, and there's the cap for help, extending us to steal. 2-1 in favor of somebody help. It's 1-1 in the series. We're going all night.
Wouldn't have it any other way, Zach.
6 maps, 6 grand finals maps to decide who's the Invite Season 12 champions. You couldn't have written a better script. 4-1 on Koth both times, 2-1 on Vigil both times. Different card coming out here. We have Steel instead of Upward. Who will take home the trophy? We're not any closer to deciding.
Yeah, and I mean, there was so much to unpack there in that last minute. But as we change maps, we are going to go into a quick break. Give Zach and I a time to collect our neurons back together. And we're going to Steel, baby. It's the full Grand Finals slate. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. And buckle up. Welcome back, gamers and gamettes, the RGLgg Season 12 Invite Highlander Grand Finals Bracket Reset
Map
3! We have gone the full distance this season. The full slate, the 2-1s, the bracket reset, and all of it culminates in one half of CP_Steel to determine what the past... What is it, 11 weeks at this point? Have all been
full map,
building
not a
up
half, to avoid confusion.
True. Yes. Full map. As somebody help brought us here, they pulled the 2-1 out on Vigil, just like they did last week, and now there are no more bracket resets, no more extra lives, no more second chances. Winner take all, best of 3, CP Steel, final destination, Fox only, no items. Zag?
Ooh.
What's on your mind right now?
This, I'm going to go ahead and label this, no matter who wins, this is probably the best season of Invite that we've had in TF2 Highlander. This has been a crazy season, has had insane highs from Froggerland's surprise rise to insane, sad moments and lows, whereas Candy dying mid-season. It culminates in the most competitive grand finals we've ever had between two cores, the AD core 4500 and the Chill Penguin / Apple core, somebody help. There's so much to unpack about what's gone on in this postseason, but we got one more map. It all comes down to CP Steel, like you said. Winner takes all, the Season 12 championship.
Yeah, and I mean, everything up until this point has been erased. All we know is that neither of these two teams are exactly the most consistent on Steel. We thought Somebody Help was going to be that team that, forced the Steel ban every time until Froggerland let it through and managed to take a 2-1 over them, like 2 weeks after they were 2-0'd by Somebody Help on the map in one of the most chaotic 30 minutes of Highlander I've ever seen, covering all three halves. No times faster than 5 minutes and 10 seconds in that one, down to as low as 2:30. And we're in for some fireworks.
Yeah, predictions right now available in chat for those who want to predict. Leaning Somebody Help side for good reason. They're known as a core that loves to play Steel. They're a Steel team. I'm going to play devil's advocate a bit. When we did see that Froggyland match in, what was it, lower bracket finals come out, and they lost their own Steel pick, we saw Froggyland exploit their weaknesses for a 230 offense, like Alto mentioned. But I need to emphasize that. A 230 Steel offense. That is crazy time. That is an insane performance. That's probably the fastest Steel offense we've ever seen in Highlander postseason history. I haven't fact-checked that. I'm going to say it because it's probably true.
Yeah, and if it was back in, like, the UGC, like, 8-team playoffs where, like, a DK managed to beat an 8 seed on Steel really quickly, and I don't really think that counts. Easily the fastest of, like, a top 3 match. I'll say that for sure. But yeah, just absolutely crazy back and forth. 4,500 now, not as experienced on Steel, and I think I need to give the ad to Somebody Help here, just for the familiarity, the confidence they have to have at this point. They're this close to pulling out an upset that absolutely no one expected they'd be able to in the start of the season. And again, it's home territory for them, despite, you know, the inconsistent performance. What was it, 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? They know that, you know, the map favors them. It's always been their map. They've refuted on it for a reason. If they fix some of those issues, they have the potential to take this in a 2-1 or even a 2-0.
Yeah, and you know, everything has gone according to Keikaku for Somebody Help tonight. Translator note, that means plan. They picked lower seed on purpose, knowing that they'd have to either play Upward or Steel in the final. They were confident on Upward after 2-0ing last week. They're probably confident on Steel too if they made this decision. They thought they'd rather take the chance that it would be Steel instead of Upward in exchange for starting down one map. So if it's something they're confident in, it must be something they want to do. So we'll see if that comes true. If you are 4,500 though, all of a sudden you're on the back foot for the first time all playoffs. You're at last life. There's nothing you can do anymore but win this match on Steel.
Yeah, they've never actually had their backs against the wall quite like this.
Exactly.
I don't know if they even had a 2-1 on their way to playoffs here. And even last week, they knew that they had the extra life of that bracket reset waiting for them. They're actually facing elimination now for the first time. And they could go from not having, you know, had their backs against the wall all season to losing in here. Somebody Help, meanwhile, feels like every other map they have the potential to lose if they didn't pull it out, and they did.
Yep, everything comes down to CP Steel. We can't say it enough. Grand Finals Highlander Invite Season 12 comes down to this. We're writing up in just a few seconds. Alto, who is going to be the difference maker here for which team?
I want to give it to... I think I'm going to say Micah. Steel is the map. You said it with Spy before, it's quality over quantity. Steel is the quality over quantity map. It's not about how many kills your sniper gets. It's about getting that one med pick at exactly the right time that puts him on a 28-second respawn wave and wins your team the game. I think that Micah is going to come up, get a really crucial stab at one spot that's going to basically gift a round over to Somebody Help.
Yep, for my pick, I'm going to go with a 4,500 player. If they want to win this map, win Grand Finals, even though they're now, for the first time, not the favorites all season, I think that they're going to need to have their combo members of Adam and Johnny pop off. We always talk about Demo Man, you gotta spam, you gotta do tons of damage, you gotta stay alive. The supplementary combo classes do so much work on Steel. Heavy holds tons of space, Pyro controls all of the chokes. There's so much work that needs to be done by this combo, and Somebody Helps has been a menace all season. We're gonna get the gates dropping here in just a second. Blue side gonna be Somebody Help, red side 4,500.
Yep, X's gun at the start, right in front of the spawn. Caboose looking to get forward, check some stickies. Sees the heavy bullets coming in from up top. There's a sniper dot in there, too. Where is that from? Oh, he's clipped into Adam. Nixie is up top on the sheet metal.
Yeah, he is. They're standing on that cheesy angle. I've not seen a sniper stand there. He normally has been taking, you know, the angle out of the spawn door. You try to win the SBS right out of the gate, but doing this cheesy angle here, if he can pick off a player like that,
timeless.
Yeah, you're going to be in good shape.
Cat's out of the bag now about that spot, but he only needed it to work once. Gonna buy them 20, seconds of no sniper able to find anything. That could be all you need with how crazy these Steel halves have been.
Yep, in the meantime, Caboose will get taken out as well. Emily just cratered. Did she fall in the pit? Fighting. I think she tried to fight a scout but fell in the pit. Meanwhile, AGB gonna stay alive. Sunny pressuring that E point. We've seen split pressure be such a big deal, but Ubers are popped out on B. American getting skyboxed into a sentry gun. Gonna lose his life. Not the biggest of deals though, as the rest of the combo is alive. In the meantime, Sunny big kills onto Nixie and Demento in the backline. We got the sentry gun goes down. Wish sniped out by Timeless. It's just Adam left all alone on his little heavy island up top. He's gonna go for a pick. He finds Timeless again, but with that, he's now called out.
He's just selling out for the full flank here.
He might as well. His location's compromised. They're gonna push him. They need to dislodge this heavy fast, and he will go down to Emily. In the meantime, Joey Lemons has regrouped with his team.
That time is interesting.
Either way, they're gonna get on B here, just making sure they cover all their angles. The tele exit is still up, by the way, for Demento in the B shack. Could come to play later as they're recontesting. They don't want to give this up, and Fleet jumps to a second line.
Finds the shot. Yeah, it took them so long to get Adam out that it stalled the cap.
They should just stack it. They need to stack it.
Yeah, they got enough out. They got enough kills on that. They do lose Fleeble, which is going to give Hyphen ad back. So that's important there. But they do get the cap in 145, about as fast as you could reasonably hope for it to be. And it looks like Adam's the only one on C right now. What's the E defense looking like?
Look at Caboose and Timeless. Caboose and Timeless are already forward on C. Caboose holding the spot, and Timeless is scoped on the exit. Sunny will go down, but look at this. Emily's close as well. They're trying to deny at the gate. Heavy in the side angle as American gets taken down. Wish being a menace in the backlines here. Exit goes down as well. They will get Adam, but it's going to cost them Emily as well. And with Timeless dying, the C push is kaput.
Yeah, Caboose almost able to pick off Joey there. Would have been big if he got it due to the longer spawn waves, but will go down. More importantly, to get the gun on E. Sunny is in heaven. They could start the E pressure right now. No one's here.
Yep, this is something we've seen Somebody Help be so adept at, pressuring E, forcing rotations, and there it is with the soldier up in heaven. Emily is ×2ing the capture. Who's going to rotate? What are the defense going to do about it? Looks like they're already leaving all the way through spawn to deal with it.
JJ trades out with Sunny. That's still really good for 4,500 though, because there's no more soldier there. The E gate is back open.
They're going C. They're going C their way. It's such good rotations. Such a good play there by Somebody Help. They will lose Exa and Micah. This might prompt a recontest. Looks like they want to go with full Uber. They're popping out. Sticky Trap over the top. Not going to find a kill as Uber trade up. American just walks through to deny. Johnny now left out to dry, and he dies. Now it's going to be heavy contesting from the high ground. C getting capped out at 2x rates. Caboose holds off low ground. Does die to AGB. They're trying to cap it up. If they get it, it would be crucial, and they will.
Yep, that's exactly all you need to do. Get that pressure on E. Force them to come. Take that fast rotate. One of the only times offense will have a faster rotate than defense to a point. They take perfect use of that. JJ up in heaven now, but no gun on E. Jacob does not have it set up.
Fast log rotate here.
Lobby into D. Yeah,
fast log rotate from Somebody Help. They're pressuring already on the sticky door. Both demos are just putting sticky traps above the shutter. In the meantime, Timeless getting stabbed out opens up a lot of space to walk without worrying about the sniper. E capture time going up here from Sunny, jumping in the backline. He now has heaven all to himself once again. Both meds up on 90% Uber as Nixie can't spy Sunny.
Yeah, gonna give up his life for that. But if you're gonna trade for one class, Sniper's about as good as you can get it. And I think they might have just been holding lobby there to stop the hold.
Spy!
From in, but AGB gonna take out May. Almost found Fleeble and her Uber as well. Would have been disastrous in that case. Emmy gonna get out on just a single point of health before getting that full pack in hell right there. Somebody Help kind of not really committing to anything. They have 4 kills on them now.
Yeah, AGB gets shut down
spawns
by Emily. Emily with a big 2K. These spawns, like you said, they're so long, 25 seconds as they have Uber, but not enough classes to pop out. Good stickies from May. Gonna delay this. They're gonna pop into heaven to take down Sunny. In the meantime, Nixie's gone down to the Enforcer. Watch for this level 2 sentry gun built up by Demento on the defense, but it can't actually see the point at all. May doing such good damage around the corner here as Micah in heaven. Johnny gets killed by a reflect. Micah now on the soldier will not get that kill, but JJ gets taken out by Timeless. They're stacking this with ×3, including overheal heavy. So much work being done.
May getting forward to just try to zone them out.
Adam Sunny
destroyed in the window. No one is remotely near. It's just AGB and Nixie alive. Nixie a spawner, AGB trying to come around through lobby. Not even going to make it in time.
5 minutes.
5:06.
Great time so far for Somebody Help. That's very fast overall. It's not a full around the world. It's an ABCE. Pretty common push in the end. But yeah, that's a very good performance overall. We saw whenever they had their advantages, they didn't just throw on their laurels. Sunny is flanking. People are jumping top right. Micah decloaks in heaven with the Enforcer and gets his team 2 kills. Everyone is contributing right now for Somebody Help. And a 5-minute offense is a great start.
Yep. I mean, that said, right? None of the times we saw, the last time Steel was played in playoffs were longer than this.
That is very true. This round is not won just yet, not by a long shot. 5 minutes is apparently new standard for Steel. We'll have to see if 4500 can match it. I don't think we've seen them cast it on Steel once this season. Maybe we didn't cast them week 8, did we?
No. Oh, yes, we did. We saw them play against the Fog, and they did
That's
that
right.
2-0
Yeah, that wasn't
in
close, and
quite a messy match.
Yeah, so that's the last time we saw them in Steel. They looked better than their opponents, to say the least. Did they look good? Maybe. It was hard to tell. They're now arguably up against the best Steel team in the league.
No, they didn't look good. I think we can confirm that. That match was just a contest of who threw less, and they did throw less, but they were not, they did not dominate the map.
I want to keep track of the offensive sentry gun and where they end up moving their setup. Joey gonna get sniped down immediately, so that trade's gonna be delayed. As Micah, they're actually fighting on A. They got a kill onto Wish, which delays the cap time. No times 5 because that scout being dead, so we'll end up stalling a bit longer on that capture. But
Jacob had his gun up on the cliff. I like that.
Yeah, I like it. If you're gonna move it anyway, might as well move it there. As map about to start popping off, Uber Exchange gonna come through lower in just a second here. What's the banner percentage up for the defense? Sunny up on not very much. It's very low.
Caboose playing a pretty passive angle in up. We're gonna take the fight.
Right, Joey's dead again. He bled. They can't trade.
Yeah. No way to trade here. And remember what 4500 does, right? They do like the big. Everyone walks out of main like they're about to force and tries to bait out the defensive Uber when their man's nowhere to be found.
Okay, flank alert. We have the level 3 setup outside of Red Shutter. No one started capping it because they have Nixie on B, Watcher on E, watching the Shutter. If they're caught off by this could be an immediate E cap, and they're going to start it up.
Yeah, they're on it, but all it takes is that Wishbone rotation. X actually have lost his gun.
X put the gun in Wishbone! Right, Demento put the gun in Wishbone! It's going to stop the rotation!
That's so big to get that they're ahead
and
of time.
Nixie's still up there watching the Shutter. This is actually super threatening. They're now pushing into Wishbone, finding out the gun is here. JJ gets taken down, as does Jacob's sentry gun. E-Cap are now off the point for now. Wish goes down. But with the combo ult here, offense is free to take B for absolutely free.
Right, yeah, and they're just gonna give it up. Jacob is just crawling around like a rat directly underneath the combo. Still alive, in on E in hell, harassing Exa in his own spawn. He puts the gun behind and gets out.
Alright, this is where Steel really starts to get out of sorts. Anything can get capped up here, C, E, whatever. We've seen the rotation, how that one works out. They're going to go straight through Wishbone onto C. No one is contesting 4500 right now.
Timeless, that's so big. Yeah, they're just going to give up C right here, not even attempting to cap it. Saying, you know what, we can hold DE on you guys for 3 minutes.
We'll have to see how that one turns out because a lot of sightlines open up, like that A window becomes very, very viable. Sentry gun already set up for Exa though in heaven, gonna be level 3. He's currently being defended by his heavy, but that sniper's gonna be a constant threat. Meanwhile, the rest of the combo is holding lobby and they're gonna pressure into Uber.
Forced on E?
Yeah, they're going. They're not even close. Wasted.
That was a waste of maneuver. I don't know if there's a miscommunication in comms, Hyphen accidentally misclicked or what, but the Uber used back in right here in lobby. They're gonna find Joey. Adam got sniped out. Johnny gonna not be long for this world.
Almost a 2-shot onto Fleeble. Wish was close, but didn't quite get it. There's a spy backcapping on D right now, but it shouldn't be that hard to dislodge him. We'll end up just getting the pack, probably cloaking away for his life. If HB could find a pick, it'd be big for his team. Meanwhile, the level 3 sentry gun is still up in heaven, as is Caboose with those fists of steel.
Yeah, Caboose is actually just body blocking it in case the Sap tried to go.
He's looking for HB right now.
He smells him! He smells him!
He caught him! He caught him!
It's spawn! Where's the crest?
AGP.
Oh, AGP goes down, not able to set that gun. That's actually a really big pick with the gun right there. Caboose now body blocking the spam, just jumped up to eat a rocket. They're still gonna lose the gun, but Hyphen's dead. Micah takes him out in Wishbone. Jacob's level 3 not doing enough to protect him.
Emily just cleaned up both pick classes on A. No pick classes being made on A. Remember, after you cap C, spawns become super long. You want to lose as few players as possible on this defense. Emily gonna go down now. 27 seconds. A minute 10 left on the clock. Remember, E is a 45 cap second cap time with times 3.
There's the Uber forced out. Adam low in low. We're gonna try to get sniped out. He misses the sticky.
Joey's dead?
Yeah,
Exa gets
sniped out. That gun's gonna go down. The last time was looking to try to find Nixie here. Nixie going, waiting for the repeat.
AGB doesn't get a stab. It should be noted, there's a level 3 for Exa or Demento in Wishbone. If they can get to point, it'd do so much work, but they can't get to point!
Oh,
Joey's
Micah
stabbed!
finds Joey, yep, just walks up on him while he's trying to come out of Wishbone. Now it's Adam's turn, trying to take the peek onto Caboose.
He's so pushing up there! He's dead! They're dead!
Adam's dead! There's
30
only
seconds,
36
it's over.
seconds left, it's almost over!
There's not 5x, they can't get this in time!
Used. Yeah,
There's not
they need
5x!
to get times 4, and it's enough if they don't
If
lose
one
anyone.
person touches the point, it's over. This 5x has to continue. I'm not sure if it's winnable or not mathematically, but it's
American
close.
Emily coming in from the
You
side.
have to play like this needs to be defended. A Spidey cloak would be enough. They have to get on it. 15 seconds. They have to get on it.
Yeah, times 8. They have enough to get this. It's gonna happen.
Get the
here.
spy
If
engine.
they don't
Anyone
get it,
can block it. 9
they're
seconds.
blocking for a
They're
second.
gonna get
7
it.
seconds. They're gonna take off.
5,
With
4,
tons of explosions.
they're
They
not
get
it.
it. 4 seconds left. Somebody help does not commit enough to it. They let the times 5 go through, and 4,500 backs against the wall for the first time all season. Show what they're made of. Go up 1-0 here on Steel.
That gun from Demento was such a difference maker. It gets put out there on the front line. They can't focus it. They have to get people off the point. It just shreds. Wish shreds. They all do so much damage, and by the skin of their teeth, it's a 1-0 for 4,500. We are going deep into the night with this one.
Well, maybe not that. Oh, well, I guess yeah. We are gonna hit the
Tuesday, yep, Monday, Highlander.
Monday Highlander, fellas. It's gonna be
So
Monday.
exciting, so exciting.
Oh, this is so rare. But we are gonna hit that. I mean, they ready up right now. The fastest possible steal time is 45 seconds.
Yeah, if
They
you
run
don't
it
contest at all and
instantly.
they run through B.
Yeah, if you run straight through B, it's possible. But man.
On the more realistic side of things, it's 1-0 for 4,500. They are on championship point. Somebody help. They need to win it 2 in a row. They need to come from behind as they're so used to doing, but this time there's no more second chances for anybody in the server. Logs up on your screen. Emily is 12-8. Wish is 5-12, but it doesn't matter. It's Scout on Steel. You times 2 the point, you're useful.
He has all 4 caps.
That's a team player right there.
Interesting stat. Yeah, it's just kind of jumped
Although,
out at
to
me.
be fair, he's getting his damage doubled by Sunny right now.
Yeah, he really is. That's a lot coming up from Sunny. He had some really big hero plays, and it's a shame that they weren't able to pull that out for him.
Demento is 8-4 on Engineer. Like, yeah, the gun at the end did a lot of work,
And bottom
but
damaging.
it didn't get 8 kills. Yeah, bottom damaging. That's the classic. American doing tons of work. So many players are playing so well in this grand final. No one is really underperforming.
Yeah, I mean, help out frag them, but by 6 to a point that's basically negligible. I mean, just yeah, I really thought someone from help was going to be able to get in there.
AGB
wanna
is
go
second
back
highest DPM on his team.
I feel like I don't know where May was, but I feel like May had time to go back into spawn, put a loose cannon on, go into hell, and get 18 double dogs on the point.
That's a tech that a lot of people, like, maybe either it's stubbornness or just not thinking about it in the moment, but loose cannon, when you're trying to panic defend last, is actually super broken.
Yeah, because you shoot it right up from hell, and it's the perfect distance to just get free donks on point without even needing to, like, pre-cook the cannonballs.
Yeah, it is the easiest way to displace people off the point.
We in a
and
pause?
who knows? If you take them off, it'd be good.
We're in a pause in pregame.
Must mean that someone's AFK when we start.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't just re-exec at that point.
Oh, on pause. Must have been
Okay.
short.
Oh, and now people are floating. Okay.
That's an easy
Excellent.
HUD reload.
Oh, yeah, but Johnny ice skating his way through lobby right here. That's so good. Oh, I think he just jumped in and reset the animation. That was awesome, though.
Yeah, we're going live in just a few seconds. It's last minute do or die for somebody help here. And we do have re-exec actually, so yeah, that's where that pause came from. So we have a bit more time, but yeah, again, like we can't say enough. This could be the final round of the season, 4,500 championship point. All they need to do is one more round on Steel. Both teams pushing in about 5 minutes. We'll see if anyone can up the pace even higher.
I mean, 506, they capped in 502.
Yeah,
510 still the ceiling.
that's true.
So,
This
of
is
course,
the
somebody
re-exec
helps
coming out.
about to push 11 minutes and hold it.
It would be. When you get the Swiftwater special, it's not round 3 though. That's reserved for round 3.
Fair.
Hey, who was AFK? Call it the rat. I see Demento not moving. Okay, Hyphen's moving. On defense, he's not moving. Timeless, that's a big one. I think Timeless is AFK. Dolphin, put the cam on Timeless and Shame. He's not moving right now.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're re-exec.
Oh, just started moving now.
There he goes. It must have been something else.
Johnny's having mumble problems, yeah.
Johnny again.
Oh,
We love our boy.
Caboose just puts in-game? Like, use in-game voice?
Yeah, as the... This game's audio codec is 15 years old, I don't think so.
Still probably sounds better than Discord.
Maybe. You know, I'm not gonna try and call out, but there's the re-exec. Gonna be going again in just a second. This is it! Potentially final round. 2 more maximum 4,500 starting out on the offense. They just pushed in 5:02. Can they match that time? Or even up it?
Yeah, it really... We've said it all comes down to this a number of times this playoffs. I've said it all comes down to this a number of times in the years I've been casting. But never has it all come down to this quite like it all.
Yeah,
no,
quite
actually,
like this.
It would if Help wins this.
If Help wins this, yes.
That would be the most it all comes down to this. Of all possible, all things coming down to
the most we have a series, you know? But yeah, again, Help, you have to do it here. You have to successfully defend. We saw that whenever you're defending a time you think is good, it feels like you can be a bit more lenient. They gave up B the second they had to rotate, they gave up C the second they couldn't get in there in time. At a certain point, you have to put your foot down and say, we're holding this. We're getting time here. If you just let it bleed out all the way until last, it's only a matter of time until you lose 1-2 players and they get 25-second spawn times. That's just how
think
Steel
about what
works.
happens if they contest C there for 15 seconds.
Yep, game's over. In the other direction.
Think about the extra seconds that were bought by Nixie clipping into Adam on the top of the B cliff and taking out Timeless to stall that Uber by 10 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, any number of things can make a difference when Steel is a map of this many margins. Either way, A capped up. Likely going to be a similar play. Micah is calling out the offense's position in lobby, so we'll see if that gets taken care of in a similar vein. This time, immediate snipe onto Johnny. Not having Pyro for the exchange is actually big because it means American's uncontested.
Yeah, and just go and stuff him as hard as he needs to.
Oh, what a strike from
what's
Caboose.
happening on
Caboose
A, though.
2K up top all alone.
Very nice. Jacob moving that gun into lobby, though. Whole squad with him. Nixie's in there as well.
This is the same thing they did last time. Nixie got up, holding the shutter in heaven. Gun got up. It didn't work, though. This time, Timeless immediately picked off. He tried to rotate early, but he was alone. And now he's dead.
Yeah, and as they're going for this, the combo is still in spawn. It's just Hyphen. Oh, but Hyphen has a telly. Jacob has a telly going to A, so Hyphen can choose where he wants to go. He's healing up Adam here.
The gun is further up in Wishbone. It actually sees now, and Sunny gonna find that one out the hard way. Has to go back to spawn. It's getting wrangled. This is actually very, very threatening with Nixie in heaven watching the shutter. They have to go through Wishbone.
But the Uber's out on B right
That's
now.
such a distraction.
Good split focus coming through, and guess what's gonna happen? They're either gonna flip B or go back and take Jacob's telly to lobby.
Yep, Wish did get sniped though. Time is crucial pick and got Nixie out of the way as well. They have more space and they're gonna use it. They're flanking behind Wishbone and they get a kill onto AGB. Demento's gun is nowhere to be found as well as he moves it to B, but that's the game plan once again working for 4,500, capping B for free.
Yeah, just 2 times in a row, free B caps. Not enough. You'd think somebody would commit more people to stopping that. On the E-Lobby,
yeah, wasn't Time the sniper we saw like snipe out of shutter into like the doorway the second it opens? He's not been doing that so far.
But oh, Nixie taken out by Micah alone in lobby. No cheese angles for you.
This time they're holding C. They're actually out in time for somebody help, which is really big. Now the offense has to flood back out.
The gun on E.
Wish
so
is low. He's alive. Got blasted low. He's dead.
There's 2 people standing at finally. The death from May gonna take out Johnny. Could have gotten Joey as well, but AGB does stab Sunny. No defensive soldier. That's going to be a lot of splash damage removed. But the Uber's popped out right in front of Wishbone. Way better Uber for the offense here. Adam's so low, body blocking this doorway. He's going to be forced to back up due to his low health though. And still in Wishbone is 4,500.
Yeah, Zero couched the Uber as all 9 players left to be alive. That said, AGB goes down, as does Johnny from a clean headshot from Timeless. Now they're resetting back into Wishbone already. This is looking far better for the defense of Somebody Help. They got Doman contesting onto Wishbone, but they're walking out. Tons of spam. Emily gets gone down by some sticky bombs. Wish traded in short order. Adam is out though, and with Fleeble taking a big body shot, they have to go back into the shutter.
Oh, May just was at 30 health and just quietly walked out. They're going to have to give up C, but they did manage to get some time on it, right? It was a 2-minute cap into C last time, and this time it's going to be at least 2.5, most likely.
AGB goes for do you have headphones on check onto Sunny. Does not work out in his favor. He gets taken
3
down.
minutes.
Yep.
That's
An
another
extra
minute
bot.
up from what they had last time.
Yep. Demento building up that Wishbone Sentry Gun once again. It was such a big deal last time. Normal setup is back for somebody help though. Uber up in lobby. Heavy NG setup in heaven.
Joey, where's that
big sticky trap?
Same trap that cut Johnny before does find Joey this time.
Nixie's in Wishbone right now scoping the lobby exit. If you try to pop Uber out as somebody help here and you don't pop early enough, you might get your head taken off. AGB will get killed as will Sunny, so no banner available. Timeless getting Ubered into. Big deny though from the Pyro.
Yeah, and May now going to be blocking that off the damage. Wish is in behind, but lit on fire. Will get taken out a little too deep. This gun from Demento, though, is up in Wishbone. Gonna cause trouble from anyone looking to get too aggressive onto the point. But Caboose, once again,
they're walking it.
In upper. Yeah, they're just walking out on it.
I like the team spam. Everyone's shooting the gun. Every single player shooting the gun right now, and now they're going to walk in. Nixie is dead, but so are American and Micah. A lot of damage going into these lobby players. 1 HP left on Emily, and she gets taken down. It's a scout versus demo in lobby here, as a lot of damage being dealt. X is still alive, though, there's that medic, but Fleeble dies!
into D and took out Fleeble and May! Gets the trade, but that's 6 dead. 22-second spawns for some of them, the rest of them on 8. And AGB
that's what
finds
AGB needs.
Caboose in upper.
Heaven's
Zap
dead.
gonna go through. They're coming through. A bunch of spawners coming up from help now. But they're gonna need to get out and do something about it. No, May's still dead for another 7 seconds.
Please equip loose cannon. The soldier onto the medic, but will get blasted off. They at least have Wishbone control this time around, but Timeless doesn't have his back control. He's gonna get backstabbed. AGB doubles up onto American. Big kills, big spawn timers. They need to go out. Demento rebuilding a big sentry gun, but he's on with a spy. Quick scope onto Sunny, takes him down. Only 4 up. This is gonna be the capture.
May needs a miracle here. Is he gonna find it? He absolutely will not. Yeah, in a situation like that, right?
Same time.
505, 506, 502, 505.
Alright, well, game's over, right? I mean, somebody help. They pushed in 506, so that's worse than this. So they're not gonna win this round.
Is that it? Is that the second that decides the season?
It could be. Somebody help. They have to up their performance from the first offense. Otherwise, the season ends here. One last chance for them to show what they have on steel. If they can't do it, they get second place.
Yeah, it all comes down to this.
It all comes down to this.
I mean, 505, right? They get a couple extra people on E 2 seconds earlier. That 506 turns into a 504. And then we've got the full spectrum from 502. No, we don't have a 503, do we?
I don't think so. Maybe
So
this is the
we're gonna
503.
This could be a 503, then we get a 504. What was that, Dolphin?
Oh. I'm not repeating that one on cast.
No, I will. 503, yow!
God damn it. Gates about to drop on what's potentially the last round of the season. Help, they gotta make this push happen. 4500 gotta hold strong for a time that they already did. We'll have to see how things shake out. Look at this gun. Demento. It's held up by Micah, but it's definitely a funny gun. Remember last time he got...
Oh,
okay.
Ooh, immediate pick on Nixie. Huge. Coming out from Timeless.
One thing is, if Micah saps this gun, it's hard for Demento to get up top and get onto it. Like, look, it's sapped. It's not gonna get healed. It's just dead.
Yep,
Adam sniped out.
Adam sniped out of upper. Timeless really putting his foot down. He will not go gently into that good night as Caboose takes out the telly in upper. In the window now, trying to get some spam, and we'll get taken out by the spam. Gun's built back up though. Nixie's back alive, I think.
Caboose and American do go down, as is Exa. With Exa being dead, his gun is sapped up, and they're going to lose Sunny as well to AGB's revolver. If he can get one more shot, he doesn't. That's actually a pretty big beef, but in the meantime, Nixie is up and winning the SBS onto Timeless. E pressure is available, but they need to get Exa back up and back here with a gun. In the meantime, it's going to be normal B pressure.
Yeah, you'd think those kills from Timeless might have gotten them more space here, but really, it's not going to get them too much. I mean, other than getting the telly exit. So no heavy and upper, that's all that really bought them, and it's been a decent chunk of time off the clock already. It's already been a minute.
Yeah, Help is on a massive timer. With Nixie extending Timelesses, things are getting a bit more hairy. They will Uber the second they are available to. Sap onto the gun means it goes down, as does Adam, dropped in the middle of the Uber. Caboose holding God spot.
Has such good position here. He's going to be able to shred Johnny. No, gets hit up a lot. Forced to back up out of the sightline, drop out. They are going to find Johnny, yeah. That's exactly what they needed to flood in to be here.
May can kill him!
Down.
One sticky, he's 1 HP! May gives his life for it and doesn't get the med pick. That would have been huge if he could find that last bit of damage.
Giving Fleeble already has a slight ad, about 15-20%. But if that had been, closer to 50 or 60, that would be huge. But they are super
Nixie's
fast.
here, does he quick slip the medic? He misses. That's going to be C being helped.
Yeah, and
Adam is a big presence.
Kind of a safe hallway here. Adam's doing so much from that health pack angle, going to cause Emily to drop down. Yeah, he goes down, but he's given so much time for him to come back in. Nixie finds Timeless again. 3 in a row for him after that initial blip. They're getting cap time, but it's super slow.
Nixie's on the health pack angle, looking for headshots. He needs to find something. He gets Exa. He needs more of those. Standing on the point, a headshot onto May. Does he follow up? Finally gets chased down by Emily and taken down.
So big by Emily, but AGB finds Timeless, not sure where, but in the back line.
Where's the banner?
That's a banner coming out. Is that on
Good
C?
Uber to the pyro. They're gonna get everyone lit on fire here. They're on to the point though, contesting it. There's no Uber for Hyphen 99. They get, can he airblast off the point for the cap? 1 airblast, 2 airblast for American, 3 onto the soldier. They're trying to cap this up, but Feeble's stuck in no man's land. Caboose is dead, American is dead. They're all gonna die. That could be the game.
Those picks. Adam bought so much time on that health pack. Nixie landed great shots. Eventually Emmy takes him out, but it's enough to get
Nixie's dominating Timeless.
Yep. The one went in 4 in a row, 2 minutes left. It's still theoretically possible for somebody to help, but they're going to need a miracle to get this E-cap in.
Yeah, more than theoretical, they have enough time, but they need to get going fast. Remember, without C-capped, the bridges don't drop, which means only your jumping classes can get on the point. They do have Sunny in that heaven position. It looks like that's what they're going to go for. Timeless, he's now getting dominated by AGB. He has 8 deaths to the pick classes just in this round.
Yeah, he has not been able to exist after those initial 2 kills. Wish getting aggressive, gonna go down. Jacob as well. Sunny's still in heaven, or he's getting forced out actually. He's gonna get
They have to go E. There's no more time for C.
They have to go E. Yeah, they have ×2 on it, but JJ now took over positioning in heaven, doing a lot of spam in. Exa sentry jump onto point to get more time. They're at ×3 right now.
Look at the banner from
the
JJ.
Banner coming out.
He's
from
gonna kill
JJ.
Sunny.
Gonna get the
Airshot.
air shot. Exactly what he needs. Maintains that positioning. He is uncontested.
May killed himself! May killed himself in the pit! That's so big! Uber popped out for the defense here. They're getting back onto the point. E's half capped, but that's going to get reverted almost all the way. They do have Uber at least, but they need to go now.
Yeah, they have a minute left. It's a minimum 30 seconds. They've got about a third of the cap time, which is going to tap that even lower. And they just don't have any presence. They don't have any numbers. Emmy gets headshot. That's no scout. Timeless dead again. Not able to turn it on when he needs it most. American landed out as well. This Uber coming through. They're not able to use it. No one up. No alives.
30 seconds.
If
this goes to 0, it's over.
No one's on it. 30 seconds. That's it. Exit quick moving a mini. Flimble makes the jump, but she's going to go down.
Emily's dead. It's over. The game is over!
Sticks, American not able to make the jump.
GG's in the
20
chat.
seconds, GG's coming out. And they held us off for as long as possible. They made it as close as it could be, but 4,500, when they need to most, pull it out. And on this most chaotic map in this most chaotic season, 4,500 cement themselves as the champions of RGL Season 12 Invite.
Drawing things out is right, but congratulations to 4,500 taking the win in the end. First place, they get the medals, they get the bulk of the prize pool, and they get the glory that comes with it. It took the entire season. We went to every map, every match, extended 2 weeks because of 4th of July and LAN weeks off. In the end, 4,500 are your Invite Season 12 Grand Champions. Consolation to Somebody Help. They played a great season. This is the closest they've ever been to a title. It's gonna sting like hell losing this one on map 3 of Steel when you had the upper bracket map choice if you wanted to.
Yeah.
After successfully completing the bracket reset, this one's gonna sting for them, but they played so well this season.
Yeah, that's got to be the thing that I'm going to be thinking back on this is they could have done this on Upward. I mean, according to them, right, you think maybe, well, if they win Vigil first, right, they wouldn't have the momentum coming into the third map, but
it didn't matter here, so, you know.
Clearly not it, right? So if they got Upward earlier, or maybe they picked Upward first, picked Vigil third, right, maybe things are different here, and that what if is going to haunt them. But at the same time, right, regardless of that, the mere fact that they made it this far is a testament to their ability, right? They didn't even need to have Koth in their wheelhouse to pull this out and make this the most competitive grand finals we've ever seen.
Final logs up on your screen. AGB top fragging. He came alive in the back half of this match. We saw him get shut down on Vigil early on, ended up having tons of game impact. And on Steel, Didn't you say that you thought he would be MVP, or was it someone else? Either way, AGB did so much work. Top fragging
No, I said
overall in
Micah. I said
Steel.
Micah, actually.
Yeah, well,
God, I got the pass
AGB says
right.
screw your Micah pick. AGB says screw your Micah choice. I'm the MVP here, and AGB pulls out all the stops for the last map of the season. Definitely props to him, especially because of how hard he was getting focused early on.
Yeah, really turned it around. We saw that on in that second half of Vigil, pulled it out for them and kept it going into Steel. And I mean, we could look at logs, right? They're not really going to be that meaningful, all things
It's
considered.
Steel. It's a team game.
Steel. It's a team
map.
game. Yeah, the amount we saw 4500 pull a flawless like E fake into B twice in a row. That was some of the best like use of E that I've seen by a team.
Yeah, at the same time, I can't help but feel like somebody help. They have countermeasures for that. We've seen Timeless snipe from the spawn shutter into the angle numerous times, but he just didn't want to do it that time. Whether or not, they knew Nixie would be sniping on B and he needs to contest that is one thing, but either way, the floodgates were left open on E and it bit them so many times, twice in a row, causing them to lose their B hold.
So ironic to me that Exa was the one who pioneered that get your NG into C, put the gun in Wishbone, right, block off the retreat,
and
don't let them get forward, and then Demento does it 2 halves in a row to him.
Demento learned from the best, what can we say? And he does it better in the end. Gonna buy his team all that space. And combined logs, I think it's for the series up on your screen. Nixie top overall, Emily is second. Definitely a massive come-up season for Emily. I'd say, I don't know if we're gonna do MVP voting for the season, but I would vote Emily as my MVP.
I think I'd go for that as well. I mean, you could maybe argue that there may be a player who was strictly better, like Nixie perhaps.
Yeah,
right?
Strictly better, but in terms of most valuable.
I think that, Emmy easily provided the most value to somebody else. Because if you swap Timeless and Nixie, does 4500 still win? Pretty likely, right? Very difficult for me to imagine somebody help winning with anyone else other than Emily. Just really the glue that holds that team together. So great job by them. I wonder if we can get a combined for both grand finals.
Jeez, so that's gonna take a bit to find because they gotta go back in the week for the log. But yeah, in the end, that's how the season shakes out. 4500 grand champions. Again, somebody help coming out just short. They played a great season, but it's gonna stink for them in the end. We might see them back next season though. Maybe they can take it this time around. They're definitely a strong team. They definitely come a long way, and yeah, they're definitely top invite.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone can take that away from them. They have proven to be absolute masters of stopwatch, and I mean, they've shown up on Koth at times as well, right? Maybe not to the same extent as 4500, but that's 4500's a Koth team, and they beat out everyone else. I mean, K&D's still here. Maybe they're still coming third, but they've proven that they can hang with the best right now, and it's going to be forward to see them in future seasons. Although, you cannot forget that 4500 will be, next time they come back, they will be bigger than ever, coming in at 5400.
Every remake, they just all get heavier.
The natural progression, 36, 45. I think 3600 came second, right?
Yeah, so
but 4500 won. So that tells me that the
whenever they gain more weight, they get more powerful.
Somewhere in between the two.
Yeah, that said, the curtains are going to close on the season. In the meantime, we have a quick merch shout out, ! merch in the chat to check out all of RGL's merch designs. All the proceeds go to help run RGL, fund lands, fund our employees, the graphics team, our casting team, including Dolphin, deserves all the credit in the world for the production he puts on. We also have the last day for a signed poster, so if you get merch, I'm guessing you'll have a chance to win a signed poster. Signed by who? Not quite sure. Dolphin has not told me, but probably an invite player who's very high. The poster is going to be signed by all the invite players who want to land, so definitely a high value piece of TF2 memorabilia there. So again, make a purchase, you'll have a chance to win that. And we also have a mousepad raffle deadline on the 31st, 3 more days to enter that one. So definitely a lot of goodies you can get if you pick up any of this merch. We got pins, stickers, leftover designs from LAN. Definitely a lot of good stuff there. So again, ! merch to check it out.
Yep, and the last chance to get, and for us to remind you of all that RGL drip.
Yeah, the drip.
Actually, it's not. It's going to be coming back pretty soon because I'm pretty sure that with the season getting extended by 3 weeks, all that does is cut into the off season.
Probably.
So we'll be back sooner rather than later. But if season 13 is anything like season 12, I know we're going to have a blast.
Hopefully all the teams can stay alive as well. Give us a thriller of a season. But that's just going to about do it for us.
Yep, one last shout out to the teams here, and especially somebody help who really, really came out swinging this season and gave us one to remember. Weren't able to pull it out in the end, but really, really extended this out as far as they could. They played their hearts out, and they've got nothing to be ashamed of. And yeah, congrats to 4,500. I mean, took a little longer than we thought, but after K&D died, I think a lot of people thought they were going to win, and they do pull it out. So congratulations to them. Congratulations to Vigil Half. And I mean, can't forget the last team who's bringing home some dosh this season.
Froggyland.
Yep. We're the regular season heroes for sure, but
DC placed an invite. It's the end of the game.
One last dig. Had to get it. Any shout-outs for you, Zeg?
I'm good. Long season, my throat hurts. I'm ready to get the off-season going before we got to get back on the midnight casts every other week.
Yeah, well, thankfully for the regular season, it's only one map instead of... I mean, we casted 5 matches, and I think 4 of them went 3 maps? It was only 4,500 versus Froggy, right? That didn't go, in the playoffs, didn't go to 2-1. So, yep, I think that is going to do it for us. You guys have heard enough of us over the past month and a half.
Yeah,
so
you get a break from us too. So,
thanks for watching. Thanks for watching all season. For the continued support, chat, the YouTube channel, through merch, through playing for RGL. It's been a blast. I love this. Zag loves this. Dolphin loves this, even if he won't admit it.
Even if he pretends like he doesn't.
One last shout out for Dolphin, who's been stalwart as always behind the camera in his little kiddie pool, continuing to give you guys insane angles on everything. Hearts in the chat for Dolphin. Absolute MVP of our cast, because Zag and I just talk.
Yeah, pretty easy. You're used to that anyway.
Us pretty easily, yeah. So, once again, shout-outs for Dolphin and all the great work he does. And I think that's the perfect note to end it on. So, for one last time, I am Alto, Zag to my side, Dolphin behind the camera, as always, and congratulations to 4,500 for winning Season 12. And thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in Season 13.